are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. We're dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. You search but you stay lost. Search but you stay lost. We're reaching for the stars. We're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Reaching for the stars. I wonder where you are. Oh.
I need you again, so stick around. So stick around.
world around us. They don't need to know. Come find me where the sun sets and say you'll never let me go. You're the one I want. Say you need me. Hide away now. Don't let go. I know you feel the same. Say you need me. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. Broken love. Broken love. Broken love. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. Broken love. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. They don't know how we love when we're lying close. With you, I know I belong. Without all eyes on us, you're the one I want. Say you need me. Hide away now. Don't let go. I know you feel the same. Say you need me. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. Broken love. You'll always be my broken love. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. You'll always be my broken love. We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Baby, you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Baby, you should take it slow. We're dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. You search but you stay lost.
Search for you, stay on.
We're reaching for the stars. We're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Baby, you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too should take it slow. Reaching for the stars. I wonder where you are. Oh.
I might need you again, so stick around. So stick around. I might need you again, so stick around.
Leave the world around us. They don't need to know. Come find me where the sun sets and say you'll never let me go. You're the one I want. Say you need me. Hide away now. Don't let go. I know you feel the same. Say you need me. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. Broken love. Cause you'll always be my broken love. Cause you'll always be my broken love. You're so don't let it go. I know you feel it. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. They don't know how we love when we're lying close. With you, I know I belong. Without all eyes on us, you're the one I want. Say you need me. Hide away now. Don't let go. I know you feel the same. Say you need me. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. Broken love. Broken love. Broken love. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. You'll always be my killer. You'll always be my killer.
Let me play my cool intro. Y'all ain't ready for this. The disrespect is real.
I don't give a fuck. I'll do it again. I'm not above it. I am that snake bitch.
No, it's okay. You guys are all welcome to trash Queen in the chat. We'll hold a whole panel on Queen.
I am honest to a point, but a lot of the things I talk about aren't true.
Wait, somebody not telling the truth on YouTube? Are you fucking serious? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Got a monster inside of me. You better watch out if you ignite me's a road ahead of full prophecy to be the greatest beast the world has ever seen. I feed him every day like the bones clean. I feed him all the hate and he grows me. And he gets caused real big, pissed off quick. And if you cross him, you might drop dead. Metaphorically, of course, settling the sword. Never getting bored, loves the blood and gore. Always wanting more freedom from the source. They don't really understand until they feel the force departed. If you start shit, you'll be heartless in the darkness. Torn apart quick, you left scars ripped. You'll be chewed up and discarded.
Me and my friends, we're gonna find you and we're gonna rip you apart like a waste runner.
Snakes don't get a fucking safe space. If she wants to keep it going, then we'll keep going. If she wants to stop the bullshit, then we'll stop the bullshit. But I'm not gonna fucking sit here and let anybody lie on my motherfucking name.
Bring your ass. The fucking link is in the chat. That's
Oh, loose booty, wet panty looking ass boy. Replay that, Queen. Her name is Queen. It ain't really so much Queen. Queen B. Queen B. Queen B. Queen B. Okay, there. Queen B. Queen B's money. Queen B ain't got no money. Queen B.
She always fucks some shit up. I don't know why PJ doesn't get his ass on a motherfucking leash and get his ass under control. Fuck.
Better than never. I can feel my heart rate, adrenaline pressure. It's stormy weather, lightning, thunder, pouring weather. Yo, I'm a go-getter, try to do it like me, but I do it better. I got a mind that's clever, the beast inside is competitive as ever. I'm conscious, my subconscious, an accomplice to me. I promise the darkness, I can honest believe. But don't cross me, I might lose control of the lost beast. He's locked away inside with the key control by fight or flight.
And I haven't brought it public, you know why? Because someone that I was fucking close to is in the middle of a goddamn lawsuit. How do I get my hands on your soap? Because I need something to clean these titty frogs. My dove is just not doing it.
Bring your asses. As simple as that. Come in. I mean, bring it. Bring your asses. Hey, don't get Queen B and her 550, 600 servants. Bring their asses out.
You might have started it, but I'm gonna finish it.
Absolutely. Or go to somebody else's panel. Let me just say Queen B's panel. I'm telling you, we all need to go up on Queen B's panel because that seems where everybody's going. I guess Queen B is like the god of YouTube.
Queen B Escobar, bro.
She's in China just making drugs.
You know, I run the cartel on the YouTubes. I run the cartel here. You know what I mean? Like, because that's what boss bitches do.
Exactly.
Beefing with the Queen Bee because I heard the stinger sucks.
This lady Queen Bee with the lip ring is innocent. You two weirdos are being weird. No, I know who this is. You're the lady that was on Molly Go Lightly.
No. You have no doubt QB could hold her own with any female on YouTube. Let me tell you something we all learned a long time ago.
I would fuck her up and drag her from here to China.
Let's meet one-on-one.
Writing checks their mouth can't cash. Bitch, I didn't write a check my mouth can't cash. I cash all them motherfucking checks.
And I cannot for the life of me understand why people put her on a pedestal. And these allegedly smart people put her on this pedestal like she's something important.
We got to tell you about yourself. It's your fucking old lying ass over there. Is her fucking name obnoxiously relevant?
Because she I know, she changed it.
She meant to say obnoxious and irrelevant. That's what she meant to say.
And coincidentally, it sounds exactly like Queen Bee's voice, because as I've always thought, Queen Bee is using some sort of slight distortion on her voice when she broadcasts.
Exposed!
Queen Bee exposed! Oh my god, bitch.
Did they get that Dugan?
Said they get that Dugan. That shit Chronicles of Shady. You better fucking shut your mouth with that. Girl, stop.
Wow. What in the hell? Someone told Queen Bee that you said it was her hacking your emails. What the hell is wrong with people?
Take your ass to bed. It's fucking past your bedtime. Go on now.
Right? Why you gotta be crying?
Fucking killing the vibe, bitch. Take your ass to bed. Boston, no, I'm not capping at all. I'm telling the whole truth.
Look, babe.
Anyway, guys, I'm gonna skedaddle. You know me, skedaddling away. See you guys.
Pumpkin. I love you too.
I despise you, Boston.
Whatever.
Good morning, beautiful.
Happy day.
Happy day, baby. We got rigor today. Gotta trigger these motherfuckers every day.
Baby Jesus showed us that, you guys. I swear to God.
I know that's right, because you just put right on that shit.
Yes, I did. Baby Jesus was like, look here.
Yeah, fuck the pause. Pause for the cause. Fuck that pause.
I'm just trying to be a better person. I know it.
Let's see here. God damn it, dude. Can you hear him?
Yes, the dog is orange.
Damn it, dude.
Girl, this tea is piping!
It's living! These motherfuckers hot!
That just burnt the roof of my mouth!
Where's Candy Sue? Where's she at? You heard that like I heard that one. Fire in the hole. Smoke him if you got him.
You're like the type of person that would probably be in the back of the class.
Fuck you, me too.
Ellie's a thug.
Right.
You don't
We're all thugs around here. Shambles. Thank you for supporting the hot biddies. Y'all wasn't ready for that, was you?
Wait, I wasn't, bitch. I wasn't even close to ready for that shit. Alright, I love you, baby girl. I'm gonna jump off.
I love you too, baby doll. Yo, what's happening? What's happening? Can you guys hear me okay? Is my volume working all right? What's happening? What's happening? Happy Mother's Day to you guys out there. And just because you ain't a mom, you know, like if you didn't bear a baby, it doesn't mean you're not a mother. Fur babies, nieces, nephews, grandbabies, godbabies, you know, it counts. It all counts, baby. It all counts. Happy Mother's Day. Happy day. Whatever you want to say. Good vibe day. Whatever. It is what it is. I hope everybody had a great day. We love you. Sorry about that. Let's see here. I dropped this link. Let me get this pinned up. You guys, I really don't like this shit. The blaming the parents thing, it's already going down. You know what it is. You guys know what it is already. And I just don't like it. I just don't like it. It's Mother's Day, and they can't lay the fuck off for one goddamn day. Fairy Meadows, thank you for becoming a new member. I appreciate you, love. I'm also kind of bummed out because there's, people who I thought were my fucking friends or who I thought were friends. Just, team flip flop, I guess. I don't fucking know, but I'm over it. I know that much. I'm just really over it. So if you messaged me or emailed me and I didn't get back to you, I just wasn't feeling it today. Your camera's on, Ben Dreamin', if you're trying to come up here, baby. I don't know if you are or not, but your camera's on. What's happening, love?
Hey, Mama.
How are you, baby?
Good. I just wanted to say happy Mother's Day, and I know it's been said a million times over, but I also want to acknowledge the mothers that no longer have their children. I hope they were able to find some joy in reliving the moments that they had. Because I know what I did is I just pulled out the baby books, went through her life from
Where'd you go? You still here?
Sorry.
I heard
Fucking
baby books and then it cut off. I don't know how far you got in, babe.
God damn, it's my screen shit. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
But
I just heard baby book. I got to baby book and then it cut me off. So
yeah, I pulled out all her baby books and went up to the week before she passed. And it just filled my heart with so much joy because she had such a good life. Like, we had our problems. Like, as you know, teenagers, like, they can be little assholes. But just to see the
do I
smiles
ever?
And the
Do
good
I ever?
times. So I just hope those mamas that have those angel babies still had time to reflect and didn't and found solace in knowing you can do something besides mourn on this day. So happy mothers to those angel babies as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I know somebody said something about they're not a mom, so they don't feel like this day is for them. But you know what? You are a mom. You're a fur baby mom. You're, a god mom. Your nieces and nephews. You have nieces and nephews that you've played a role in. You know what I mean? So there's, you know what I mean? I feel like, it's not just for the ones who birth children. I feel like it's not just a day for people who birth children. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's mothers come in all shapes and sizes. Shit, it could be a mother that raised you that wasn't your real mom. I mean, that's an aunt and uncle that raised you, a neighbor lady that raised you. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be just because you didn't give birth or you wasn't give. You know what I mean? They didn't birth you. It's
girl. What I always say is every person on this earth is given 3 mothers.
Yeah, you were telling me that.
The one you're born into, which we do not choose, the Lord chooses for us. The one that you connect with, that you choose, and the one that connects with you, that chooses you. I no longer have any of them, but again, I still have those pictures of, holy shit, she did do this, and it's just amazing that if you keep that mentality in mind, you'll never, ever be alone.
That's right. That's right. And happy Mother's Day to you as well.
Thank you, man.
You're welcome, love. Did you have a good day today?
I did. It was hot as fuck and I mowed lawn, but then I went and took like a 4-hour nap and I was like, what the hell just happened?
Woke up like it was Saturday night.
Yeah, I just went to lay down. I was like, I just need to rest. My back hurts. Like
you missed the whole damn week.
And then here it is, 3:58. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm supposed to go to bed in a couple hours. So, well, and then my
Hey, it
husband
happens.
cooked me some dinner,
You
and
know what though? Your body must have needed it. Sometimes your body just needs rest, you know?
it does. And still with adjusting with everything going on, it's all still new. I know it's a year old, but it's still new, and we've only been through one of each seasons with this. So, hi, Miss Rowena. Happy Mother's Day, Mama.
Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mamas. And look, you ain't even got to have a fur baby or a kid or nothing. Look, you could be a school teacher, made a difference in a kid's life. Celebrate it. Just celebrate. I don't care if you got a plant. Just everybody celebrate. Look,
Exactly.
guess what I got? Guess what I got my mama? Oh, they're coming after me. Damn, they early tonight. Um, I got my mom. I got my mom a cup, and it said, "I'm so glad I tumbled out of your vagina." But then I made up with it with some real pretty wind chimes. So
You were so wrong.
I don't think she really liked the cup, but I had to get it. I'm sorry. She didn't appreciate it very much. I don't think. I
Well,
thought it
that's
was great.
I'm not gonna lie. I sent my niece a Mother's Day gift because she's raising my grandbabies, and I
Yeah.
said, "Happy Crotch Goblin Day,"
Yeah.
and
There
then
you
she's like,
go.
"Oh my god!" And she thinks it's like the greatest thing ever. I was like, "Oh well, they may not be your crotch goblins, but."
But this one time, I wish I would have seen her face when she opened it. But it's from me. She gets it. Doubt if she'll use it, but hey, I like it. But yeah.
Shit.
She talked about the wind chimes a lot. She didn't say too much about the cup. I was more excited about the cup.
See, I'm a wind chime lady too, but that noise irritates my husband. So it's just like, oh, I just want wind chimes.
Yeah. But yeah. And then I called somebody a ragged horse, and so today was just like nothing. It was just like any other day. I just got presents. Oh, Lord, Lord. Oh, I do wish I could have seen her face. God, dog, I wish I could have seen it. Yeah, and I even paid extra to have it like specially gift wrapped. It looked better than the wind chimes. It looked like a a really great gift. Y'all be
Girl, that
happy
would have
y'all
been
ain't in my family. I just drove the hell out of you.
one of those like when we open presents, we FaceTime each other.
Yeah.
So when she saw it and she was like looking and like looking confused, and then she just died, and she's like,
Yeah.
"You're such an ass,"
Well,
and I'm like,
It got
"Yeah."
delivered yesterday, and I was busy, so we celebrated our Mother's Day yesterday, and then hubby just like fed me all day, so I was just like, I felt like Foodie Beauty, and I had like a feeder or something. He's like, "Here's breakfast, and here's lunch, and here's dinner," and it was a day of eating. So tomorrow I gotta starve.
Yeah, normally I don't get Mother's Day gifts anymore. Not my husband, my son brought me two roses today, a pink one
Oh,
and a
that's
red
sweet.
one.
Yeah.
But it's my youngest twin and my niece who considers me her mom. Again, she chose me as her mom. Um, and she sends them. So they're all coming tomorrow. So I'm like, oh,
Yeah. I call every day Mother's Day. Every day is my day. I just usually don't buy mugs with tacky sayings on it.
that was
It was
so
real pretty. It
wrong.
had roses on it and everything. It looked really elegant. That's what made it so great.
Oh my God. You should have FaceTime or Skyped with her while she was opening
I
it, and just
know.
like,
I know.
because
I
I
love
do
calling
that
my own family.
every Christmas, man. I'm telling you, I Skype and I just screenshot their reactions, and I'm like, yep, that's one for the photo books. And that's, like my daughter who I lost. It's just some of those stupid fucking presents she gets, and she just looks at it, and it's just like, oh, picture. It's like, you dumbass, you didn't even get it at first.
Look at get a warrant. Say, get a warrant. Me and you could be family, honey.
Hey,
Because my
Nana's
uncle
love.
had.
Sorry, love.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, Ange. How are you? Saying Happy
Surviving
Mother's
it.
Day. I was saying Happy Mother's Day to Nana's love too. I'm sorry. And how are you, Ange? I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I thought we no big deal.
Happy Mother's Day to you too for what's your little, I want to call him Melvin, but I know that ain't his fucking name.
Mason.
Mason.
You know what? Melvin
Happy
would
Mother's
fit.
Day with
Think of a
Melvin
mason jar.
Mason.
Think of a mason jar.
I know, and I always want to call him Melvin.
Yeah,
Her
Melvin.
dog, her little, yeah.
Hey, look what get a warrant said in chat. This is priceless. My uncle had emergency surgery and was in a medically induced coma for 12 days. When he woke up and everything was settled in, I told him it was the year 2035. See, that's a good troll on your
That's
family
fucking
right
it.
there. See, that's it. See, that's the kind of shit that I'll do to you, man. Me, I think we might be related. You have a southern accent.
Miss
my
Aunt Girl,
God.
thank you. Thank you for dropping 10 memberships on us. I appreciate that. And Brandy Wine dropped a membership as well. Please tell her thank you. Sugar Shack. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Delicate Titanium says Happy Mother's Day, QB, and all that care for another. Gray One, congratulations on your golden bee, love. Happy Mother's Day to you as well.
Golden, honey.
She got her golden bee today.
Looks
Miss
like
Amy,
Amy's in
how
the
are
back.
you, love? How are you doing?
Hey, Roro.
Hey, Amy, how's your day?
Fine. Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you. Did you have a good
Hi,
day?
Amy.
Hi, Versus. Hi, Queen. Happy Mother's Day. How's your Mother's Day?
Thank you, baby.
What does he
Good.
get?
Good.
What does he get?
Oh, I don't get a whole lot. I got flowers, a card, a note.
Notes are the best.
Yeah.
You all see Amy just bypassed me when I said hello to her, right, Miss Amy?
I've been doing.
Hi, sweetie.
Bypass Amy will do a drive by on us too. You forget
Amy, what'd you
voices.
do
Don't forget
today?
voices, Miss Amy.
I said hi to her.
Oh, did you? Okay, I missed it.
Hi, Versus.
Hi, Amy.
What'd you do today, Amy?
Nothing.
Nothing. Chilled out. Yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
I just ate. Chilled out and ate. Yep, that's all I did. You know what I got to do tomorrow? Laundry. Yeah. I looked over and I was like, ooh, I really should have done that today. And then I just said, no, not today.
I did
Not
the kids'
today.
laundry tomorrow. I'm doing ours tomorrow. I'm like, oh God, I really don't want to, but
yeah,
it is what it is. Y'all be.
Oh, and she gone. That screensaver got her.
I'm back. Sorry. Y'all be prepared. There's a full moon tonight, so.
God.
Shit might be
Oh, it's
crazy.
gonna full moon on. Yeah, for sure.
I feel like there's a full moon every night sometimes.
Yep, depending on where you look, hey.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was wrong.
Or maybe you get moon. I don't know.
You guys, I've been watching this, like, different people covering this new case here with this Jack and Lily, and it's it's irritating the fuck out of me that they're already going straight after the parents. Like, that's this deception detective. That's the first thing he did.
Yep.
They started comparing the mother to Katie.
Oh,
that's so sad. That's good. Because the mother in this case, I think, is Katie as ADF. Katie is nothing like this mother.
She's not, but they have to, they have to keep that toe in the door to, get that grift. This case has, now I'm not saying that things don't make my eyebrows go, what? You know, because you have to do your eyebrows too when you say it, you know, on certain things, you know. But I'm not saying that. Some things give me pause, but like I said last night, her taking that backpack with her, I don't know if she walked up that driveway thinking the bus was going to come. I don't know.
I
I don't know.
don't understand something. Okay, the stepdad says one thing and the mother says a different thing. So I'm confused about that.
Well, you've got two parents that apparently
On
were
different
having some
pages.
issues anyway, and
Somebody has some really bad feedback. I'm not
is it
sure where it's
me?
coming in at. I don't know if it's you or if it's Amy, but it's real bad. It's like
It's
really
Rolo.
echoey. All right.
Rolo.
It might have been me. I'm unmuted and I'm outside, so let me make sure. I'll mute now.
Okay. I just said I don't know who, you know what I mean, who's got the feedback. It's just I could kind of hear it. It's kind of echoey. So that's all, baby. It may just be me. Shit, it might be my laptop. It might just be me. Fuck, I don't
Well, it
know.
might be my big ass fountain out here. I don't know. You hear it now? I mean, it might
No,
be
I
my.
don't. I don't hear it with you, me and you. Do
I
you hear
heard
it
a
on mine? Is it
crackle.
my end?
No, but I heard a crackle, but I don't know who it
Might
was.
be. Like I said, it very well could be me, you guys. I don't know. So just let me know. It's when Amy. No, I don't. It's when Amy talks. I don't. Amy said it's row right off the top.
I know it. She sure
She's
did.
blaming you.
Look,
Shit.
I got them tire tracks right up my back. Sure do. I heard that. I caught it. It's row, real quick. It usually is me though. My big ass fountain. But yeah, I mean, I know, Amy, baby. I know, honey. Um, but no, it's just, I mean, do y'all expect any less from these people?
We'll give
I
them a
don't.
minute. Give them a minute and let them even get details sorted out before they start automatically blaming the family. We don't even know enough details because the privacy laws are so strict.
Well, they can't give a minute because that's what tragedy pimps do, or vultures, or whatever we want to call them. That's what they do. They have to jump on that train first to get that coin. You know, every day is,
I
you
know.
know, that
I
and
know.
that's what makes. That's why they don't go here. That's why they don't eat with us at our table. But I mean, things do make me go, I mean, I'm human. Things do make my eyebrows go up, and but I can't sit there and say, oh, it's this, it's that, and this case is nothing like Sebastian's. Absolutely nothing like Sebastian. It does not matter the circumstance that the next 10 million kids go missing. They will say it's just like Sebastian's case because they have to.
Well, they said Sebastian was like Summer Wells.
Right. Right. So, that's just the way they do. So, I don't expect any. It's like if you don't expect a lot from people, you don't get disappointed. Does that make sense? I'd be floored if, they actually covered something with a little integrity. But it is what it is. I just hope they're found. I don't know I don't know why that backpack just really, and it could be just absolutely nothing, and I'm just being a nut job. But I had a lot of questions about her taking that backpack. She take the backpack when she just went outside and played.
Hey,
Or she took it
Queen.
to school.
I'm gonna jump down now. I'm getting ready to go to bed, but I just wanted to thank you for letting me up and let you know that the angels, we can still appreciate them. We can still be mothers. We still are mothers, and it doesn't have to be a difficult day. Go find those pictures, smile, fill your heart, do what you got to do. But happy Mother's Day to everybody.
Thank you, been dreaming.
Good night, honeys.
Good night. You sleep. Go sleepy house. Go night night.
Oh, I definitely am. Bye, guys.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Yeah, throw glitter on it. I don't know. I don't know if she had like a play backpack and a school backpack. I don't.
I know, and nobody's able to find out that information.
And I'd like to know, like, what time did the bus usually pick them up? You know what I mean? Like, was it
I'm
like
with
an
you,
early
Ro.
pickup? Was it a later in the morning pickup? You know,
Were they there all day?
right. Did she see the bus go by and got panicked and, wanted to go? I mean, hell, when I was that little, I loved school. Went until college, I thought, what the hell? This sucks.
My next question, I mean, did she go all the time? She seems...
I don't know. But I mean, even if you don't go all the time, it doesn't mean that your kid doesn't like school. I know everybody thinks that the kids don't like school, but sometimes, it's where, you get the treats and the hugs and I have a family member that's a special ed teacher and, I hate to say this, but that's when their teeth get brushed when they go to school. Because they don't at any, that's when sometimes they get really cared for. And I'm not saying these parents didn't care for them, but I'm just saying some kids just like school. I don't know. I just wonder about that bus and her taking that backpack. That's yeah, it had strawberries on it. Yep. Yeah, and get breakfast and lunch. Yeah, hell yeah. Hey, Kathy P. Hey, beautiful mama. Yeah, I know. I don't know. I mean, but that's what they told law enforcement facts. Um, yeah, we don't really know if she had it, but I'm just going by what I heard on that scanner and the description they gave, and that's what they said. You know, but I get what you're saying. Don't get caught up on that one thing because we don't know if she really had it. I don't know.
Well, and that's the other thing. That's going off of what law enforcement was told. If they
Right.
were told bad information from the get-go.
Right. Then that's a parent thing, and there's a reason for that, But I mean, my eyebrows do go up on a certain, on some little points on it, sure do. But it's just sad. And I just think about I think about Athena's case,
Yeah.
just that moment just in her driveway just happened to just that second, that in a blink of an eye. Nana's love the little girl is 6 and the little boy is 4. And they live in
See,
Nova Scotia, Canada. Yeah.
that makes me wonder if he went to school on like if he was in a, because 4 is too young for school. It's like
No,
preschool.
he went to school. He rode the school bus because the school bus driver was interviewed, and he would throw his boot at the school bus driver when the bus driver wasn't listening to him, which is dangerous, but it's also cute. I'm sorry,
It is.
but I just I have to. I'm glad they're not putting out everything. They need to keep the integrity of the case for the kids, whatever it. Just let them find out what happened. Yeah, it's like our preschool, exactly. It's pre-K 4. Yep. Yep. Hey, Pandora. I hope everybody had a good day. Yeah. Exactly. Everybody wants to be a detective. Ain't none of us detectives. I mean, Maybe some of y'all are, but I'm not.
We lose Amy and been dreaming.
I don't know. Oh yes, Ben Dreamin said have a great Mother's Day.
Good deal.
And Amy did a drop off. Sorry, I can't talk.
Damn, Sailor Jerry Swallow says here, kids never even made the news here not today. Not a word.
Wow.
What? I don't know. They keep going back to the backpack. Well, shit, I just was looking back on pictures today. My fucking daughter used to take her little backpack every fucking where with her.
That's what I'm at.
She didn't care nothing about school, but she had that little backpack every fucking where.
Right. And was she one of those kids that took it like when she went outside to play, like they said she was?
Yeah, but she didn't care nothing about school. She just took it with her to have her toys and shit in it.
Right. But some kids
everything she needed.
Yeah, she had her toys and all of her stuff, her juice, everything right there with her, right in their little fucking carry-on backpack thing. Yeah, I was looking at that today. I was like, gosh dang, man. I said, if somebody looked back on these pictures where they're playing, like catching frogs in their little they were down at the lake when we go camping, they was catching frogs in their little their little skirts and like like the little skirt outfits with their shirts. We'd take off their little sandals. They'd go walk right down the boat dock, straight into the water, little knee deep on them, you know what I'm saying, catching tadpoles.
Yep.
I was like, oh God, I wonder what they'd say about us. All I could think was, holy fuck. They'd probably judge us like fucking crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like their little purse. That's what it is. Like they feel like they need to. She carried everything in that motherfucker, boy. Her ninny, everything. And we didn't call it a binky. We called it a nini.
A ninny.
A ninny. Yeah, nini.
A ninny.
Her ninny. Her nini. Yep. Yep.
The conditions of, I know the conditions of their place. I mean, don't meet probably what a lot of us would, live in, but that doesn't mean they hurt their kid. It just doesn't, I'm sorry, I've seen worse.
Bless you, Bill.
Right.
I mean, I thought, you can.
I just feel like it's another Dawn and Candace situation. And here we are 4 years later, and Summer Wells has not been found, and they have not been arrested, and they have not been taken to jail. And you know what I'm saying? It's just like
it's the same thing all over again.
Yeah. That's exactly what it feels like.
People live differently than what anyone out here can fathom, and poof, they're instantly judged and made to be less than and guilty.
Yeah, just because you live a certain way doesn't mean that you harmed your children. I don't.
Right.
Sorry, if anything taught me, Summer Wells taught that. And like I said, I've seen a lot worse. And they were good parents. I mean, I'm sorry, they just were. And they were just in a bad situation. You know what I mean? They just were really good people. Just had different standards.
Who are you talking about? I missed it.
I'm just talking about, like, people live differently, and that doesn't mean that they.
Somebody's got my music playing in the background.
I don't.
I am muted.
I heard Queen's music in the background, but that's it.
I don't know. I'm going to leave and come back. It might be mine fucking with me, like the computer, so I'll be right back.
All right. Ooh, y'all, let's do all the things. She gone. Let's do it.
No, we got to behave. It's Mother's Day.
Oh, Pandora, I don't either. I don't either. Yeah, and it's just, it's a different way that you were raised. I mean, that's all you know, and it doesn't mean that those kids didn't love their parents and they didn't say, wow, I want, better, or I want that, all kids want toys and all that kind of stuff, but, they just,
Yeah, because look what it just did. Look at the background. It just changed on its own.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. Don't mess with me. Stop messing with the string yard.
We didn't ask for that.
Flood, are you still hear the music? I don't hear it.
I don't hear it. I mean, I hear the background, but I don't hear what it was.
Autumn, exactly. Don't be clicking no links. It's the full moon. You're right, big girl. How you doing, big girl? People just live differently. I mean, they just do. I'm not trying to get us in trouble. I'm trying to keep us out of trouble, Catherine. I'm trying. Now, I saw somewhere, I don't know if it was in Mexico or New Mexico, where two little kids held the police off with pew-pews. They had pew-pews. Did y'all hear that? I just saw something briefly about that. Like little kids. And there was like a standoff with police. I don't know. Did y'all hear about it? Mexico. Okay. Thank you, Texas. Yeah, they were real young too.
Wow.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's like, if you're going to have a pew-pew, you have the right to have it, but just be responsible, keep it locked up out of your kids' hands.
We had our second 80-degree plus day today.
Oh, yay.
We'll have snow on Wednesday.
Oh, God. You're kidding me. Oh, seriously, will y'all?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, no, I couldn't do that. Nope.
It'll be fine. It's got to get one more in.
My boobs got a little sunburn today. Just sitting outside doing some retail therapy on my phone.
Good for you.
Oh, man. I've got a whole big project outside. And I thought it all out and put everything in my basket. And it'll be delivered on Tuesday.
Nice.
You trust me? Oh, Catherine, don't trust me now. Don't do that. She said, okay, Rowena, I trust you. No, don't do that.
How long are our summers? Autumn starts about the end of August. September is about our month of fall.
Nana's Love, I hope you had a good day today. Did y'all cook any? I know a lot of times y'all do oysters, and I'll have like a oyster bake, shrimp bowl.
My house is under contract.
Oh, thank you, Flutter. Sorry, yeah, I had to go back outside real quick. Y'all can hear that? My big ass fountain. Yeah, I would love, Catherine, I'm with you. I would love to live in a place where it was like 70s year round. That would just be cool.
Oh, I would so do that. I would so give up this life for sunny and 72 year round.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what it got to be today, but boy, that sun was beating down. I'm telling you, my little boobies got a little pinkish today. I was like, dang. I said,
they need a little color.
I've already got tan lines on my flip-flop feet. Got flip-flop tan lines already.
You got flip-flop lines.
Mm-hmm.
I wear socks with sandals, so I don't have flip-flop lines.
Well, in the last 2 years, I've had to wear socks and closed-toed shoes twice, and that was for funerals. So there you go. One was in January, one was in March.
We're getting ready to do Grandma's services.
It was the 4th day of 100+ here. Holy smash! No.
Wow.
Nope. Yeah, the poltergeist. Yeah, that's what BTM calls it. It's my little poltergeist. You better watch it. He called Ruby Sue ugly. I still haven't forgot that. Send my poltergeist out on him. It's just so humid in the South, man. Whew. We had 87% humidity the other day, and I walked outside and it was like, ugh. It was like choke you out. Go to the light. Yeah, that little girl scared me though. The old lady in that movie scared me. Remember that lady in Poltergeist? The old psychic lady? She
I
scared the
never
hell out of me.
saw that. I never saw that movie. It would have scared the living dog shit out of me. I'm a
Look,
wuss. I don't do scary movies at all.
look, y'all remember that movie, The Ring, where that girl comes out at the end and she got that long black hair and that white thing? Look, I was horrible. I'm a horrible person. I really am. My daughter had a little friend spend the night, and I went down the hallway, and it just worked out perfect. I went down the hallway, and I had a white whoopee, kind of like, and I had a black wig, and I put that black wig down over my face, and that white whoopee kind of around me, and I knelt down, and my husband had the den light on, and I was at the end of the hallway, and he was about to call her name and tell her, to come in there. And they just happened to walk down the hall, and I was right there. Honey, these screams, you'd have thought we were in there murdering them little girls. It was hilarious. It was so. In fact, her friend still talks about that to this day. Probably about 6 months ago, I talked to her, and she was like, "I will never forget you scared me." Oh, I love telling my family. Nobody's safe in my house, not even children. Yeah, a lot of that cast has died from poltergeist. Yeah. Crawls out of the TV, yeah, with them feet. Woohoo, baby. Oh, I meant to put a feet picture up here for my avatar. I forgot. Since I'm the feet comparing, I was kind of out of pocket last couple days, and I caught on replay where there was a lot of feet talk, feet comparison.
It rained all weekend in Florida.
I heard y'all got some bad weather down there. It rained all day Friday here. Ooh, we had some big lightning and thunder. I don't know what her name was, Texas. I don't know. I hear hissing. That's my big ass fountain, Zigzag. That's my big ass fountain in the background. Now Catherine doesn't trust me. That's my big ass fountain y'all hear. Y'all can hear it more at night than you can during the day. I guess it's quieter.
Maybe it's quieter.
Yeah. So, have the springs opened up yet?
Oh, honey, they're open here. They're open all year.
Oh my God, I'm so jealous.
There's only 2 days a year they're closed, and that's Christmas Day and Thanksgiving Day, I think. But they're open now, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. They had to extend the hours because one of the pools is closed. So I don't have to move. My house is under contract, and the new owners want to keep me as a tenant, so I will not have to move. So that means I can continue with my hot springs and all of that. So.
There you go. Well, good. That's great news.
It was great news.
Thank you, Spooky Wife. Spooky Wife gifted 10 memberships. Thank you so much, honey. That's a big weight off your mind.
Oh God, it was a huge relief. We did find mold, so abatement starts tomorrow.
Yeah.
But at least we now know why I haven't been feeling good.
Yep.
So, I'm gonna move into the office for a week while they do my house, and then move back into my house and keep going forward.
Well, good. Well, I'm glad it all worked out. Now you don't have to pack.
Yep.
Packing
Now I can
sucks.
get rid of the room of don't and get rid of the boxes.
My daughter's neighborhood's having like a huge like neighborhood yard sale next weekend.
Oh, nice.
And so we've got the biggest storage room in the state, I think, full of stuff. And I'm going to go through it, and we're loading up both vehicles, and I'm getting rid of stuff, and then, you know, and then donating the rest to a foundation that we found down here that I really, really like.
Good.
The rest of it. So, yep, so I'll be doing that this week. I'll be in at least it's air conditioned. I ain't going to be hot. We're gonna gut some of this mess and downsize. Lord, shoot, that's money I could put in my pocket, as Trisha says, and Patty, in my pocket, in my pocket. Well, I'm glad you don't have to move, and
I
Mason
know
doesn't
I
have to
cracked
get
up laughing
readjusted.
when I seen Trisha's title that said belly laughs. I'm like, oh my God.
Trisha's funny, man.
I was like, that is gonna piss fucking Snoozer off.
I love when Trisha has Michael and Pete and
Oh
her
my
up
God, it's
there. I
funny.
love
I
listening
love
to her
it.
accents.
I
I
know.
love it. Then I hop up every now and then. She's like, I had to give baby classes. I got them all to say baby. And then I had British classes one day. It was fun.
Baby.
Baby.
Running Bear member for 19 months. Suki wife. Amy, thank you for dropping 10 memberships on us. I appreciate you. And a fupa clap because I forgot it. Rogue B, Dragon Chill. That's last. I'm a B. Don't you see? Look at my beautiful colors. Happy Mother's Day.
Aww.
Happy Mother's Day to you as well, love. I'm glad you don't have to move. Voices, that's good to hear.
Oh, God, it's such a relief.
I bet. Oh, I bet.
I can get rid of that stupid room of boxes now.
Yes, you
can. That's good. I mean, that's...
Girl, I saved every box since Christmas. I've saved every box.
Well, nothing like being prepared.
Boxes ain't cheap. Boxes
yeah.
ain't damn cheap when you're moving.
No. I can haul them all dumpster. Thank God, finally. Sounds like I can lock into a long-term lease. So that means that maybe I'll secure the next 5 years. I think I can do 5 years in this town. Then after that, I'll figure out where I want to go.
There you go.
Figure I better lock in while I can because rent seems to be going crazy. And I like being a renter too much.
Yep.
One phone call. Hey, this broke.
Yep, without that extra check.
Yep.
You don't sit there and go, damn, we need a whole new air conditioner. Dang.
How are we going to swing this one?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah, isn't it crazy the way they're like at lease renewals, they're hiking them anywhere. I had a girlfriend who her rent just went up by $500. All I could think was, how do people do it? I would be SOL.
It's crazy. Big girl, were you up there that day? She's sweet. Trisha tickles me. She's so funny.
It's finally starting to cool down. It's still 70 degrees.
Ooh-wee, I'm tired. I ate too much and
How
I'm
were your
tired.
shrimps?
They were delicious. They were so good. They were so good.
Ruby reds?
Mm-hmm. Yep. He got ruby reds, and then he got a different kind of shrimp too. The ruby reds were better. It was really good.
Good.
I've got leftovers. And,
I had bananas Foster pancakes.
oh, yum.
We don't have to do them again. We'll say that.
Oh. I've had bananas Foster French toast, and it was really good.
They were okay.
Yeah. Tomorrow's going to be hard, boy. I feel like all I did was eat. It was bad. It was really, really bad.
That's okay.
And it was one of those munchy days. You know, it's like, ooh, let me eat a couple more
Consistently
shrimp.
grazing.
Yeah, it was like, ooh, let me eat a couple more shrimp. Let me eat a, you know, it was like, ugh, felt yucky. Everybody ate too much. Yeah, Mimi of 7, they do. That's what I was trying to describe them. They do taste like little lobsters. They're delicious. They're so good.
I spent my day working on SVG files and watched that Dateline on the Idaho.
Yeah.
The tragic night in Idaho.
I watched recaps of it. I didn't get to watch the whole, the whole thing, but some things they kind of put out there. I was like, well, that's kind of a stretch. I mean, I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
And then, but
Well,
other
it's
things,
all
I was
for their
like,
perspective.
right. I don't know if that's so. I don't know if it's a good thing to do, like so close before a trial. But I mean, that's what gets you viewers. I did think it was interesting that he watched Dr. Todd Grande. I do the perfect impression of Dr. Todd. I love Dr. Grande. This is Dr. Grande. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Hi, I'm Dr. Todd Grande, and today we're going to be speaking on X, Y, and Z. I'm not giving medical advice, and I have not evaluated these people personally. This is just my opinion. Now, that's how he talks. He is the most soothing.
Yes. Very good, very good.
Some people just have the most soothing voice, I sound nothing like him. Yes, I do. In my head, I do flutter. In my head, I do. Tell me I sound like him. But he just has that calming voice. See, Brunhall said I do flutter. Hi, I'm Dr. Todd Grande. The minute I saw it, I always say that. Hi, I'm Dr. Todd Grande. It's like Wispy has that soothing voice. It's like I don't have a soothing voice. I have a jump up, bitches, let's do all the things voice. Get up, let's do it. Let's do all the things. He's
You've
really
never
good.
heard of him?
He's really good. I don't agree with anybody 100%, but I like him.
I thought it was interesting how many YouTubers he was watching.
Yeah. Dr. Todd Grande is the only one that I recognize. So he's the only one that I'd heard of the other one, but
I hadn't heard. Well, there were 60 total.
Oh.
There were 60 YouTubers, social medias that he was watching.
That's going to be a wild trial.
I have somebody in Boise that plans to go a couple of days. Yeah.
Shoot, getting a hotel room there is going to be costly.
She lives there.
Oh, she lives there. Oh, okay.
She lives there.
Betty, you better get that GoFundMe out, girl. You better go get that GoFundMe out. Plan that trip.
Hell no. I have no desire, but if my friend wants to go, absolutely. And then she can take all the notes and tell us all the stuff and things.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That's gonna be a wild trial. It really is. But I'm gonna tell you what, his attorney, what's her name? Ann Klein?
And Taylor.
Ann Taylor. See, I always remember it. I have an Ann Taylor coat. Not Ann Klein, I have an Ann Taylor coat. That's how I remember it. Hey, look, that's who I'd want for me and my family member. I'm just saying, you know. She's
giving it her
doing
best
all
shot.
the things. Yep. And that's what, I mean, you deserve a good defense. I mean, you just gotta wait till it, you know, till it all comes out. But yeah, I didn't get to watch the thing. I watched a couple people that reviewed it and caught the highlights of it, you know.
I see we have a ditch pig in the chat. What's even happening? Who even are you, ditch pig? Who even are you?
What's your end goal, ditch pig?
Oink for us. Put an oink in the chat. Oink, oink.
Old Timmy Tough Knuckles over there, fucking pissed off, got fucking Snoozy Boom worked up.
Oh, Lord.
I said, is that clip from today? And Hartley's like, no, it's from Friday. I was like, oh, okay. Because I was ready to rip into her ass today.
Oh, I done ripped it once.
I stayed off here just so I wouldn't, because I knew I'd make that fucking bitch cry in the goddamn corner today.
Well, Kathy P, I know. Kathy P was reviewing her as she did her faking, you know, fake breathing in of the inhaler and everything. And okay, whatever, it is what it is. Do your thing, girl, whatever. But then she was
Well, notice when
something.
she takes a fucking shower and washes her little greasy ass fucking head, she fucking comes on camera, but she won't any other time. Or she'll come on camera just to yell at you to come on camera, but then turn it back off.
Yeah.
I don't want to see your washed ass hair. I want to see them legs, folk. I want to see them motherfucking legs, Jack.
No, I don't.
Put those motherfuckers out there. Let me see those motherfuckers.
But she said I had to hop back up on Kathy's panel and say ragged whore on Mother's Day because she said, and Queen, I've never lied on you. And I was like, oh, no.
That's all that bitch does. She couldn't tell the truth of her fucking life depending on it. If there was a bullet or the truth, she picked the bullet. Promise you. She can't. The truth is not in that bitch. Never will be. Never has been. Never will be.
Especially if the bullet had a dollar bill wrapped around it.
Holy fuck. She couldn't find the truth if that shit was nailed to her fucking forehead.
Yeah. But yeah, she's like, I have never lied on you. I had to click Kathy P's link again. Let me say ragged whore on Mother's Day. Dadgummit.
Fucking dirtball bitch.
Wonder if she got a basket.
She's like, you know how she calls Jessica Sludge Knuckles because Upchurch does. I said, no, obviously Upchurch doesn't say Sludge Knuckles for one. And for two, you were around when you seen that fucking chicken shit running down her fucking hand while she was ignoring it, drinking her coffee. Stop playing. Stop. Hell no.
Wonder if she got a basket of rats.
That shit was funnier than fuck. And then she tried to play it off like she's talking about my spotted skin. No, I'm talking about that chicken shit running down your fucking head. That shit was a big ass clump right there by her goddamn coffee cup. What the fuck, dude? I cannot with that shit. She will forever be Sludge Knuckles. Straight up.
It is what it is, you know.
I'll never let her live that shit down. I swear to God, I will never let her live that down. I want to know why Trigo Lemon fucks on the run. Why you running, boy? Run, motherfucker, run. Why you hiding? Why you hiding? That's what I want to know. Why you hiding? You was tough. You was tough tough motherfucking Tony, right? You was tough Tony. Why you running now? I'd say it's time to open the fucking door and answer it and stop running. That's what I would say.
Just open the door.
You already know what's coming. Just open the motherfucker.
When they come a knocking.
Take it on the chin like a big dog, right? You a big dog, right? Don't run like a bitch.
Don't run now. Stand there and take it. You asked for it.
Sure did.
You were given ample opportunity to run away before. Don't run now.
Running like a scared little bitch he is.
Mm-hmm.
See, he fucked up though. He put on his fucking screen, acting like he was somewhere else in the left-hand corner. It shows right where he's at. Stupid.
Just answer the door. Now. Just answer the door.
Yeah, we'll just, he won't answer the door, Jen. He just won't open the door. There was a few little knocky knocks, and he just won't open that door. I wonder why. Now he claims he's on a trip and that he drives a car, even though his mom said he doesn't have a driver's license. So where's that car at, Jack? That's what I want to know. You going to drive it together and kick my door in, like you said? Sten OG. $10 for each of my wee ones. Happy Mama's Day. Oh, you're so sweet.
That's very sweet.
It's the autumn. She wants to be a big shot. She is going to tear those two girls apart. DM and BF. Guessing for the... Oh, my God. Did you guys watch that Idaho 4 stuff? We were going to watch it in Discord, but not everybody knew about it either.
Yeah.
As long as you only play the audio, you can get away with doing it on here. But if you play the video at all, it picks it right up and will. I tried it today on my backup channel.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, Dateline. I've seen that. I watched it. I watched it today.
What'd you think about it? I only
thought it was actually, you know what? There's actually a lot of shit in there that I didn't have any idea about. I'm not even bullshitting, but I didn't mean we didn't follow it that close either. We did, but we didn't. You know what I mean? Not as close as everybody else did.
See, I had heard that he pinged off their tower.
Here, let me tell you a little snippet out of there, though. Let me tell you a little snippet out of there. This is how fucking weird this motherfucker is, right? So his neighbor, there's a little, I don't know if she was Korean or Chinese or what, but she was real sweet. Lived across the hall, and they were friends. Okay, she came home one night and her shit was like fucked with. She could tell somebody had been in there. They had lined up her makeup across the toilet or something like that. It was really
Cake
odd.
was in the microwave, not on the stovetop.
Yeah, there was a lot of little nuggets in there. Elise, yes, there was. Ange Carter, if you're still in the Discord, we're gonna watch it in there. Anyhow, though, listen to this little snippet. So she calls Brian Koberger over, right? And all I could think was, what a fucking freak. She calls his ass over, okay? Because there's somebody in her apartment, or she thinks, right? Not even thinking that it could be him. She comes, he goes over there, he checks it out, checks the locks, the windows, whatever, you know what I mean? She buys a camera system and has him come over and hook the motherfucker up.
No.
Oh, but you forgot. Bitch. You forgot about the key that was missing.
Oh, yeah, because look, I'm so fucked. Look, I'll squirrel around.
Yeah.
Say that again. So then she finds. Okay, Brooke, come in where I left off. Go ahead.
Okay, so she goes to work and she's checking her desk.
Oh, wait. We missed it. Time out. They live across the street, or they live across the hall from each other, whatnot. And they also work in the same office at the school together.
Yeah.
In that office that they share, she kept a spare key to her apartment that was missing.
Yes, the spare key was missing, and she said something to Brian about it, Brian Koberger, and he put the fucking key back.
The key got put back right after she noted that it was missing.
And she was interested in him.
Yeah, like she wanted him to be a boyfriend. Like she really liked him. You know what I mean? Then all of a sudden, all she could do was think, like, she was like, oh my God. And she's like, what if he's watching me on these cameras and has them hooked into his phone too?
Yes, she tried to set up because she decided that she needed a security system because that was really scary, right? Having somebody break into your home. And then she's afraid that he set it up and put it on his phone and he can watch her.
Damn, bitch. Girl,
What about him hiking up that trail at night when he met the DJ PhD on his way down?
Yes, yes. Or check this out. What about going to the fucking pool party?
Yes.
And
bitch.
the
Oh,
lady's like,
Lord.
her boyfriend walked up and was like, can you leave these girls alone? And he walked over and moved on to the other side and just kept staring at him. Fucking weird.
I mean, any of them could have been the person that he was homing in on, it seems.
Yes, Stereophonic's mom, and she spent the fucking night with him. She went and stayed the goddamn night with him.
Ooh.
Well, you guys, listen, he was at that house. There's a lot of new information in that Dayline episode. Oh, hell yeah, Jet Setter. Yes, there was. If you ain't watched it, you need to.
23 times his phone pinged off the tower by that.
Yeah,
No,
he was over there 23
No, it was
fucking
30,
times.
30 or 40 something.
Oh, mine, I remember him saying 23. That he was in the neighborhood of the 1122. The house 23 times his fucking phone pinged off. He'd been over there 23 times.
Oh, maybe it was he drove by. Maybe it was he drove by and it pinged off. In 4 months, it was 40 something.
Yeah,
creepy motherfucker, man.
Yeah, it was in 4 months. It was
Lynn G. Okay, 23. Yeah, I was gonna say like in 4 months or something. Yeah, it was like in 3 or 4 months. He had fucking been by there 23 times. He had been watching and then they said he was really obsessed with women in swimming suits and shit. That he was like on Instagram and on all these different sites saving all these pictures of women in their swimming suits.
Yes, they had to blur out all of those images, and some were from the local college, some were friends.
Instagram.
Of Maddie. Yeah, of Maddie and Kaylee.
Well, and that one student reported him like a couple days, if not the day before all this happened, because he followed her to her car and made her feel uneasy enough that she reported him to the school. And the dean called him in and said, hold your, slow your roll there, Joneson. We gotta, and so they put him on a correction plan. Yeah. Yeah. How freaked out would y'all be, though, if you went to a party, you were in your 20s, you went to a party, dude gets your number, whatever, and then starts texting you these kind of odd texts and stuff, and then you find out, that I would just flip. I'm telling you.
Okay, how about the thing that they realized that Amazon can show you if you put an item in your cart and start the checkout process and then abandon it? Amazon can tell you that.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Damn, I'm wearing Amazon out. I put all kinds of shit in my cart and then get saved for later.
Amazon that was one of the points that they were able to tell through because he's still doing searches for the K-bar knife.
Okay, now I heard something. Like I said, I did not watch this thing, and I can only keep up with so much. I don't know if it's rumor or not, but is it true? And it doesn't have to be related to this Dateline, but have you heard that recently, since the text message between the roommates came out, since that time to now, that something came out to where he did a Google search on the murders on King Road, like murders on King Road or something? Prior to the bodies being even found. Did you hear that?
Yes, and he returned to the site that morning also.
Right, at like 10 something or 9 something in the morning.
9
and he
something
took a
in the
shower
morning.
at 10 something. Yeah. But did you, or is that just a rumor that I heard? Did you, not true, Ro? Okay, thank you, Samantha. That's why I asked, because I didn't know if it was a rumor, but I heard that they had a Google search of him searching that prior to the bodies being found.
How
but I didn't
about
know.
how about that they were able to obtain the DNA profile without a warrant? They were able to circumnavigate normally whatever Health RX or Health Gen Now or whatever. I don't remember what the name of the company is. I'm giving it my own name, whatever that company was. They normally require a warrant, and they were able to like bypass it and skirt around it.
But see, I don't know if that's a good thing. I don't want the government bypassing and circumventing
That's
my
something
rights.
that he can bring in, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gen Match. Yes, like Slate Gen Match.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know that much about. I mean, you know, but I don't think that's right. I mean, you know, let's. But I mean, there should be a lot of other things. Hey, Kathy P. There should be a lot of other things that's not the only thing. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, yeah. I mean, but you know, it wasn't that long ago we didn't have DNA. There was no such thing as DNA testing, and especially touch DNA testing. Yeah, the FBI had guidelines, but not absolute laws. Well, I bet that changes. I don't know.
do
I just
believe in the Dateline, there were twice that he Googled after, and he also Googled his own name. They were showing those, but I don't know anything as far as like before. Like prior to it actually happening. He did have a big obsession with Bundy, it seems, and he liked to take selfies of him wearing a dark hoodie. Of himself wearing a dark hoodie.
Sorry, I had to jump in the bushes real quick. They were after
That's
me.
okay.
People doing beach things, being stupid. Yeah. Texas, you know, I'm wondering if it's not a little of both, you know? Yeah, I hope we get to watch it in Discord because, like I said, I didn't get to see it.
Oh, we're gonna watch it. Yeah, I just watched some of it. Well, I was in and out. I didn't get to watch all of it. I just got to watch some of it. Samantha, what's up, baby?
Oh shit, I coughed. No, because some of this shit just drives me crazy, especially with these nutty Facebook groups. Steve
Oh my
Gonzalez
gosh, girl, them Facebook groups are fucking bad.
But Steve gave an interview before this Dateline thing happened. And because the 911 call, I believe, happened maybe around like noonish, we know it was hours later. And he speculated, what if Brian Googled the murder before the girls actually placed the 911 call? He speculated it. It was a theory. It was a
Oh, okay. See, I
discussion.
didn't know where it came from. That's why I asked, was it like a rumor or did they put out something, you know, like the text messages with the roommates? I didn't know.
It shows the time. It shows the time in the Dateline on when there was, because there was a post incident, and I don't know if I don't know now. I didn't pay close enough attention and take notes or anything. I'll watch it again, but
well, I was gonna say we'll let you know when we're getting ready to watch it too, so we can all talk about it, or we'll set up a stream and talk about it after we watch it together or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like even the Dateline, it was a little bit of new facts, sure. But the majority of it is made up of, like I said, speculation, theory, no different than how we discuss the case, except for they throw in like a Dr. Burkata, or wherever that guy's name is. And people are I see it everywhere. They're taking an idea or a conversation and they're stating it that it's facts. And it's like crazy to me how it's getting all spun around like, oh, all this shit's true. Up, he did this, he did that. And it's like, no, it's a conversation. Doesn't make it real. We're not going to know until we have the documents.
Yeah, pizza. Sorry, I didn't realize I was unmuted at that time. I apologize, girls.
I want some pizza. No, I don't. I'm full. The traveling begins in August, I think, but they don't really know if it's going to start in August.
Dateline is where this is at. Yes, Dateline. NBC.
Watch it on Peacock.
Yeah, on Peacock.
Yep, you can watch it on Peacock too. Yep.
So I was thinking recently, and this is my own speculation. You guys know how his mother wrote the newspaper about Ted Bundy and when he was going to get the death penalty and executed, and how she was against that. You guys are aware of that, right?
Yep.
So
I remember that.
I was thinking maybe growing up in his house, again, all theory, my crazy brain, but growing up in his house, if his mother had some kind of affliction for like Ted and poor Ted, or like, oh, it's Theodore's birthday today, and maybe that could be like something in the beginning to where him becoming older, like Dateline showed how he was replicating watching the Ted Bundy documentary and then dressing in the hoodie and taking that photo. I'm just crazy in my mind thinking, did something start inside his house with the mother and her writing that news article about Ted Bundy? You think there can be a connection?
I think anything's possible. I mean, people are obsessed with Elvis and become Elvis impersonators, you know? I mean, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, they, you know.
I do, and I think
possible.
I think back to it talked about his thesis and what he was doing his thesis on and how it, or another report. I mean, you generally do those lines of studies on things that you're passionate about or have a strong affinity for. So I could see your line of thinking. Absolutely.
Well, it's like my stepmother she was just obsessed with a true crime case called the Black Dahlia.
Yeah.
And that happened a bazillion years ago. And I mean, she was sleuthing before sleuthing was a thing. You know what I mean? Before there was internet. I mean, books and all the things, you know. And so I know when Shannon did a thing on it, you know, I made sure I was in there because I grew up listening to her talk about it, you know. Yeah, the Black Dahlia, yeah, it is. But that's, I mean, yeah, that was, so, I mean, I can see that. You know, I could have jumped up there with Shannon because as a kid, I heard about it, you know. But I didn't, you know, take it to the next level.
Right.
Yeah, like, can you imagine him as, like, a young child? I don't know how old he was when, Bundy, you know, was executed. I don't know what words we can say, it's late, but, just growing up in a household, and if his mother had some kind of, like you're saying, Ro, with the Black Dahlia thing, and he's a young man being influenced, and then he's getting into true crime, and, like, why does my mom care so much about this person? And this is all just, like I said, just something that I was thinking about this Bundy connection, because he really does seem to have an affliction we're seeing with the YouTube videos and dressing up Washington. It's something at the core with Bundy.
He's 28, so he would have to have been born in the 90s, and Bundy was in the early 80s.
Cappy, yes, you should, girl. Go do it. Yes. We can FaceTime. Let's StreamYard. I want to see all the things. She's talking about the Black Dahlia that happened in LA. She could take us out there and show us all that. But yeah.
It's midnight. I never been on panel this late before, so I just had to come up quick. I'm sorry, but
It's a good point. I mean, I think anything's a possibility. I mean, we just don't know. Probably we'll never know. I don't know. But I mean, it's a good. I never thought about. I never put those two together. But yeah, that makes. I mean, who knows? Who knows?
well, I'm gonna skedaddle, like B Tim says. So happy Mother's Day, everybody. And yeah, I would just say like the Dateline, and just go to Google it, get the facts, because there's so much rumors running around. It's crazy.
Yep.
And I will catch you guys later. Thank you for letting
And
me come up.
I'll always be your auntie girl.
Yeah. Thanks, Roro. You're the best.
Bye, darling. Go sleepy house.
All right, you guys have a good night. Thanks, Queen. We'll catch you later.
Good night. Good night.
Thank you, baby.
And let me just say, I'm not defending this man, because chances are I'm pretty sure that he's guilty. I don't want to have that come off either. I'm thinking they probably have the right person. It's just up to them to prove it in a court of law. And circumstantial evidence to me is not always enough. So I'm going to follow the facts and stick with that.
Yeah.
But I'm not defending
everybody should do. Yeah, I get it.
Oh, I don't think any of us are.
But it does make things that make me go, what? Ooh. I'd just die if I ever had a serial killer in my phone. Oh, Lord.
All right. I got to go, though.
We don't know if it's true or not. I don't know. I don't know.
The other day, I live small town. So it's quite probable that if you see somebody at the grocery store, you're going to see them again at the post office and probably the library and maybe one other stop, because when you go to town, you do all the things, right?
Yep.
So after the third time I ran into the same person, he's like, I'm following you today. So I'm not worried. He looked at me and I looked at him and I said, what's the possibility 2 serial killers are following each other around?
There you go. Throw that out there, girl. Just give them the warning.
Oh, update.
What?
It's out of Canada.
What is?
Oh, she's got a video on the screen.
Yeah, it says they found something. So I was looking. It says they found something. This is deceptive detective shit. So who knows what he's talking about, but we're going to watch it anyways.
Okay, good.
I acknowledge that we are in Mi'kma'ki, the traditional and unceded ancestral territory of the Mi'kmaq people. I also recognize that African Nova Scotians are a distinct people whose histories, legacies, and contributions have enriched that part of Mi'kma'ki known as Nova Scotia for over 400 years. At this time, I invite the following officers to the podium with me. Amy Hansen, search manager with Colchester Ground Search and Rescue.
That's how Nova Scotian police kicked off a press conference announcing that they were scaling back the search for missing preschoolers Lily and Jack Sullivan. But don't let that news or the apparent incompetence on display here fool you. I think their major crime unit knows what they're doing. So in today's video, let's watch a recent interview with a Canadian ex-cop talking about this case so you can see why. I'm Deception Detective, an attorney trained in statement analysis. This channel exposes lies and manipulation. So if that's your thing, hit subscribe. For exclusives, early access, and other cool perks, consider becoming a channel member. Link in description. If you're not familiar with this case, don't worry. The interview itself will bring you up to speed. So there's just one thing I want to go over before we grab our deception decks and start analyzing. And it's this. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty in the eyes of the law. But this isn't a courtroom. I'm not a judge, and we're not a jury. We have every right to form an opinion based on the evidence available to us. And our opinion doesn't have to be beyond a reasonable doubt, nor does it have to be based on evidence that would be admissible in court. And doing otherwise is outsourcing your critical thinking to someone else. All right, without further ado, let's listen.
More now on the search for the missing Sullivan children, and we're joined by CTV public safety analyst Chris Lewis. Chris, during your tenure as commissioner of the Ontario Provincial Police, of course, you would have seen similar cases to this. What struck you about that RCMP update yesterday and what they had to say? Was there anything?
Yeah, absolutely there was, Todd. And I saw many searches throughout my career through all ranks across the broad expanse of Ontario. And many of them ended well and many of them didn't. This is a heartbreaker, absolutely. But what struck me the most, I think, is that I left it with a feeling that the RCMP know more than they're telling us. And I get that. You can't tell the public everything. And the detective staff sergeant, I believe, major crime fellows, very well. We just can't tell you certain things right now. Well, if there's certain things you can't tell, then ultimately there's leads they're following up, in my view.
If you've been here for a while, you'll know that we've analyzed a bunch of missing persons cases on the channel. And one of the most important factors to whether the person gets found or the culprits get prosecuted is the competence of the local police department. And that's because they're the first ones to show up to the scene and start collecting evidence and statements from suspects and witnesses. So they can botch it like the John Benet Ramsey case or William Turrell case over in Australia. They can nail it like the Chris Watts case or Madeline Soto case. Or most frustratingly, they can let outside forces like another agency muddy the investigation like we saw in the Madeleine McCann case. Or in the case of Nicola Bulley in the UK, the media. Which is why I'm happy to hear Chris Lewis confirm, with his background as an ex-police commissioner, something that we've speculated about in the comments of my other videos in this series, that the local police's decision not to issue an Amber Alert for the missing children in the first place, and now to start scaling down the ground search, is a sign that they have a strong theory that they're working on, and that the Major Crimes Unit has enough discipline not to share it with all of us. All right, let's keep listening.
We heard they don't think the siblings could be alive. Was that something of a surprising admission?
It was absolute shock to me, to be honest, because I'm thinking after 5-6 days, there's a good chance they're still alive. The weather hasn't been that bad. I've seen searches where people have been 2 weeks in the bush under horrendous conditions. One man was legally blind and still alive. So you just never give up. So to make that statement also makes me think that they're suspecting something.
All right, what do you guys think?
That blind man wasn't 6 years old with a 4-year-old little brother.
The temperatures bother me way too much. But I do agree with, if they've scaled it back and they say they don't believe they're alive, that's indicative of having more information and a theory they're working off of. Probably a cellular device.
Stormy said he sells detective card decks. That BHP bot loser. Yeah, I was gonna say that when she started reading them off. I'm like, you fucking loser.
Do you?
I mean, hey, he's making money. That's what he's here to do, right?
Well, do you think this is his costume? Like when he gets up in the morning, when he gets ready, before he gets ready to go live, he goes and puts his little hat on and his special superhero orange glasses, and puts himself together in his outfit.
I do actually.
Yeah.
Mr. E did too. He bought him rocket.
Stop it. I wonder if that's what Mrs. A got for Mother's Day. Hi, baby. Here's you some cards. Shit. Stop it.
Here's some deceptive cards. I hope you love them, honey.
Look, I wish my husband would, but bitch,
the only way you can tell if someone's deceptive is to read this card.
Girl, if my husband, stop it. I'd lose my mind. What the hell? PJ and Dolly did too. Good God.
Oh my God, stop it. PJ and Dolly did not buy them cards.
Yes, they did. And they're
Damn it.
$80-some a deck.
Stop it. We got to clown Dolly and PJ for this. Stop that.
It's $80-some a deck.
I am fucking done. What?
Can I play gin rummy with them cards?
They're $80.
Card.
It's like $86 for this deck of cards.
Oh, Jesus. Holy shit. Are you serious? Highway robbery.
Yeah. Can I pet your card? Can I pet your deck of cards, Dolly? PJ, bring them cards over. Let's do a show and tell. We want to read them. God.
Holy shit.
I hope that wasn't PJ's Mother's Day gift from Dolly. I'm just saying. I'd be pissed.
You know better. She ain't gonna let him get away with that.
Hell no.
I'm cracking up. I cannot believe they bought them cards.
Can you imagine? Look, can you imagine? Look, they sitting by the window just waiting for the mailman. They gonna come today. We're gonna get our cards. So excited. Everybody's so excited about getting their cards. Stop it. We're gonna make us some cards.
Detective. We're gonna read these cards off. We're the new deceptive detective.
We need to make some hive cards.
Bitch, that's what I was just getting ready to say. We're about to make some hive cards with some bumbles.
Sure are. We're going to have one card that says FAFO. We're going to have one card that says ragged whore.
Look,
We're
Captain says, oh,
cards.
hell to the no. PJ ain't having that bullshit. Oh, my God. I didn't realize how mad fucking Snoozer got when we called her Pat and
Oh, she doesn't like being called Beej either.
She don't like being called Beej either. Oh, fuck. She went off about that. Well, that's because Voices is what it says. My name's Beej. I'm like, damn. Actually, I heard a clip of Natasha Coop saying it, actually.
Yeah.
I call her Beej.
Oh, here, I got to make a correction. Somebody had said that, somebody had said something about another creator with Mrs. P and Mr. P. I guess that was not true. So that's shame on me for repeating it without finding out. And we'll leave that there.
I was wondering if Mrs.
If you know, you know. And if you don't, you don't.
I know. And look, when you told the
Dynamite
replay, and I was like,
I want nothing to do with any of that.
One card that says Brittany J. Bell. I'm fucking done. That's it.
We're going to make us some cards, bitch. Let's do it.
Here's the thing, Queen. I think the jury's out on that because Mrs. P claims it is real.
Beej, listen here. Go get your turd tumbling dung beetle, Craig, and come on, bring it, Tough Tony. Timmy
We
Tough
need a
Knuckles,
card that
Timmy
says-
Drunk Knuckles. She got real pissed when I said Timmy Drunk Knuckles.
Oh, God, Timmy Drunk Knuckles.
She was fucking mad.
We
She was
need a
big
card
fucking
that
mad.
says- we need a
All right,
card
here,
that
we're getting
says-
off track. We're sidebarring. Let's go. We'll finish
All
this
right.
shit.
I'm making these cards, bitch. I am. I swear to God, I am.
Send me the list. We'll make them into mugs.
Yeah.
Thing more than a couple of children lost in the bush.
Okay. The RCMP said there are spots they want to revisit. What does that tell you?
Well, it tells me there, obviously, as they said, there's places they want to research. So, but where are those places? Are they within the area they searched? So are they going back to some specific dense areas to have an even closer look? Because, you know, quite frankly, in dense bush, you could walk by a child and not see. And that's the sad reality of it all. So is that the plan, or are there other locations that they want to search?
When I made my first video analyzing this case 2 days ago, I titled it, I Hope I'm Wrong, because I really do hope my theory about this case is wrong. However, once again, we have Chris corroborating something that I said in those videos, that the children, unfortunately, are probably deceased. And that's not just because the police seem to have some reason to suspect that's the case by winding down the search, but also because the mother Malaya and father Daniel are acting that way too. I won't go over all the indicators of that, but a quick one is that Daniel referred to Lily in the past tense when he was being interviewed about.
Well, he's gonna listen. He's gonna suck this fucking this cash cow dry till the wheels come off. I Hope I'm Wrong was the first one, 107K. This update changes everything. 300 or 200, 207K views. Baby, you ain't gonna stop talking about this case till the motherfucking wheels literally fall off, or another fucking frivolous lawsuit, RICO bullshit goes on, which I don't see that happening in this case. I don't see these parents falling for the fuck shit.
Her only 4 days into their disappearance. And even more concerningly, as I pointed out in my
Did you guys see last night when we popped on Evil Exists? In 3 fucking days, she made 19 videos.
I cannot do that channel. I cannot. I'm sorry.
I cannot
just
stand that
can't.
fucking channel.
Mm-mm.
Full of shit. But let me tell you this: they're pumping that motherfucking information out like you wouldn't believe, Jack. 19 fucking videos. 19 videos in 3 days.
And voices, that's what I was saying when you said, I wish they'd wait a little bit for facts.
No, they just go straight to blaming the parents.
They
Straight to
can't.
blaming the parents.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I get it. I just, in a perfect world, right? Frogs had wings.
Oh, here we go. 11 hours ago. I guess we got her attention maybe because she stopped making them 11 hours ago. She hasn't made any in 11 hours. I'm sure she's got about 19 more to come, but here we go. Yeah, look at this shit.
Hopefully she's with her family for 11 hours.
Oh, did we take some out? Because here we go. This is the first one. Where, Jack? And right here. So here's her first one 4 days ago. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Oh, you deleted one. You deleted one. What'd you take? Which one did you take out? The one we called you out for Katie, saying that the Katie's related or that she's like Katie? Is that the one you took out, Evil Exists? Which one did you take out? Let's see. This is the one where you compared her to Katie, right? Ain't this the one where you said they're like Chris and Katie? They're just like Chris and Katie? Pretty sure. Was that the one you took out, Evil Exists? I'm just curious. Which one did you take out? Should have took a goddamn screenshot. Starting the narrative off that they're just like Chris and Katie. Even put Katie's fucking picture in there.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're already pumping the shit out.
Living up to their name, isn't they?
Pumping the fuck out of this goddamn case. Like I said, this is the Sebastian Rogers, baby. Goodbye, honey. They ain't gonna care about you no more. Goodbye, baby. They got a new cash cow set right here.
Mm-hmm.
Bringing in the views more so than Sebastian's name ever did. So they ain't gonna focus on him. Bet that. How long you think it'll be before Brittany J talks about Sebastian again after this?
Well, they'll drop. You know, they'll compare Katie. They'll compare the cases and everything because they got to keep that toe in the door. You know, NDA and all. You know.
Well, they can't lose Seth, but the shit show has started, you guys. The shit show has started, and we're 11 days in, 10 days in, and you know what the bitch of it is? They can't even get documents over there like they can here.
Thank God.
Yeah.
And I don't blame the mom for locking down her social media. I just don't.
No.
I don't agree with a lot of things that she said, and I got questions about certain things, but I don't blame her one bit. I just don't. I'm not going to sit there and say, well, she shouldn't, and you know, and Katie should. I mean, I don't think, it's sad that you can't spread awareness, that you can't, but I mean, hell, look what they did with Clue, going back 6 years on her mama's Facebook. I mean, damn. And that wasn't even a case. That was just being bitch. You know? Yeah, there's no similarities. There's absolutely none. Yeah, it does remind me of Summer's case. It does.
That's what I was just going to say. It reminds me of Summer Wells. But I'm grateful Canada has the laws that they do, the privacy laws.
Very much so. Now, I don't agree with the law of if you got an RSO around you, they don't have to register, and you don't have the right to know where they live. Now, I ain't gonna agree with that law, but I don't agree with some of our laws either. But you gotta abide by them. But I don't think that's right. I want to know who's around me. You know what I mean?
I see that aspect of it too. I can see both aspects of it.
Yeah, they do have FOIA for Canadians, but they can't get access to public information and documents like it's not public record like it is here. You know what I mean? Like, you can't look up somebody's record from 20 years ago and be like, oh, well, shit, look at this, you know. So, yeah. I don't know, this cat just makes my skin crawl. I'm gonna make some of them cards, though. I'm gonna come up with 52 different sayings, baby. We're gonna say all the things.
Well, let me know. I got these cool metal. They're about the size of a playing card.
Dang, Bindi said she's exhausted. She's been out mushroom hunting for the last few days. A whole bag of magic. Queen, you created a monster. I'm so glad you went. Did you have a good time? I'm so glad you went, baby. Terry Lynn, thank you for dropping a membership on us. I appreciate you, baby. Somebody sent me $100 cash app and said happy Mother's Day, and happy birthday, Clue. I appreciate you. You know, always being good to us. Spitfire, hold on. Spitfire Spotlight member for 1 month. QB, happy Mom's Day. Hive strong all day long, even though it says 1 month. I've been here with you for almost 2 years. I have always stood with you and always will. Thank you so much, Spitfire Spotlight. I appreciate that, baby. Because you know what? I mean, some days I have rough days too. I have shit days too, just like everybody else.
What, you're human? I'm shocked.
Yeah, I don't know why people seem to think that.
It must be that voice changer that you use that just kind of.
Oh, it probably is. Oh, it probably is.
Probably, you know, being exposed with
the
slight distortion.
I wonder where Pearl's at. Where the fuck is she at? Is her old ass still around?
I have no idea. I don't go on those streets no more.
Well, I know she left when she thought I called her son a girl or something. I don't know what the fuck she was thinking, but she said I called her son a girl or some weird shit. I don't know what the fuck she was even talking about. I've never talked about her fucking son. Don't know anything about her son.
I don't know.
I have no fucking idea where that even came from. Whatever.
My favorite is the slight distortion. She uses the slight distortion when she broadcasts.
Exposed. We got Shimmy up there saying, I don't always tell the truth. I'm like, on YouTube? Somebody lying?
What?
Oh, my.
What?
Not a fucking liar on YouTube.
No.
My God. All right, here we go.
All right.
Most recent video in this case, so many red flags. The mother, Malaya, has left the area. She's literally left the county, which is something that most biological mothers of children who might still be out there in the woods somewhere, cold and afraid, simply don't do. Moreover, as Chris said there, if they are going back to research areas around the house, it could be because they think they may have missed the bodies because they're so small. These kids were just 6 and 4 years old. All right, let's keep watching.
We heard that Major Crimes is involved. Should that tell us anything, or is that sort of de rigueur?
I think it's standard that investigators be involved in parallel with any search, particularly of children, not a lost hunter, but 2 children that shouldn't be in the bush. There'd be a search or investigation to say, was there some neglectful thing? I'm not suggesting there was. How did 2 little children get into the bush? Or was it something else? Was there a crime involved? Were they taken by somebody known or unknown? etc. And there's all kinds of terrible possibilities that come to mind here. But obviously, major crime is there. They've had the big gun there, not a constable, detective, and a detachment. And so they're onto something here.
On that point, the stepfather has told us he suspects they might have been abducted. Does that trigger anything at the police level? How do they react to a statement like that?
Well, yeah, they'd be on it like, absolutely, because why do you think that? Who do you think did it? Who had a reason to do it?
If you've seen my videos about William Turrell, a little boy who went missing in Australia back in 2014, you'll know how happy I was to hear Chris say that, because that is the way police forces should interpret when a suspect or the parent of a missing child pushes a theory. Unless there's evidence to suggest a kidnapping, the notion that the parent of a missing child only suspects a stranger kidnapping, one of the statistically least likely scenarios, is a giant red flag for a hoax. It's such a red flag, I've included it on the Spotting Hoaxes card in my deception deck, my 52 favorite rules for spotting lies and
Oh, here we
manipulation,
go.
inclusiveness about something that's not in evidence.
Shuffle them jokers. Let's do it.
Look, you can download it from the Apple Store or the Google Play Store. There's a QR
Bitch.
code.
Ours are going to be more like Cards Against Humanity. I'm just going to say. Yeah.
Yeah, Perf says not in Commonwealth countries, kids' records are protected, fool. And Sai says they don't know that. Yeah, deception detective is the worst. He really is. He really is. He's one of the fucking biggest fuck sticks we got out here.
Suggests that they have secret knowledge that they're not revealing to us. Whether that knowledge is that they fabricated the story entirely, which
said the same shit about Don Wells, said the same shit about Katie and Chris, said the same shit. I mean, come on, why are none of these parents being arrested then? Stop blaming the parents right off the fucking jump. Yeah, he's a fucking fraud, in my opinion, as well.
which is why they know everything, or even more disturbingly, that they know for a fact the kid was kidnapped because they know who the kidnapper is.
Why do you think that? Who do you think did it? Who had a reason to do it? What makes you say that? Because at that point, as a father or stepfather or mother, you'd be thinking, oh my God, we have to find them. Where are they? Not suddenly out of the blue, oh, I think somebody abducted them. I mean, that's kind of a bizarre statement. But people are people, and they do and say different things when they're under stress. So, you know, it's certainly a red flag, but ultimately, what does that mean in the big scheme of things?
Yeah, he says that he's a lawyer, that he used to be a lawyer. Pin says, I really want to know where this supposed education he has came from, but he's too chicken shit to say. Yeah, I was going to say, I think he's been doxxed, actually. I'm not too sure, but I believe he's got a Reddit or a subreddit. We'll have to go look and see. I know a dumb bitch that does have a motherfucking a Reddit. And she was pissed the fuck off. Like, why don't you guys all have Reddit on you guys? What?
Look, Reddit's one of them rabbit holes. Boy, you can, oh my God. It's like it's kind of like, I don't know. It's like you look at one thing and then it takes you someplace else. Then you go deeper and go deeper and go deeper. And it's like, holy smash.
I avoid it.
End up on Reddit roads that you're just like blown away. Yeah, Autumn, you get it. Look, I go over there every now and then, look up some stuff. Not even from this community sometimes, just, you know. I read it, weird shit.
Oh, I go on, yeah, I'm nosy as fuck. I'm all in goddamn Reddit.
I love it. I just do. I'm sorry. I'll never say nothing. I'll never post nothing. I'll never post nothing, but I show him. I'm checking all the things out.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Who knows at this point?
Yeah. We heard police say they don't think the children could have gone too far, certainly not beyond that search area.
And my thoughts there, Todd, are that these are trained searchers in physical shape and proper equipment and clothing on, and they struggled to get to a certain point over a number of days. So in their minds, at the very least, they're thinking those kids could not have got further than point X. So we're going to go back and research. But then again, of course, there's the investigative piece, and we don't know where all that's going. But there's more to come in the next few days, I believe.
I agree. There's much more to come because this case is brand new. So make sure to hit subscribe and turn on.
Yes, this case is brand new. So you guys are going to squeeze it like you can't fucking, just like you squeeze these other fucking cases out, right? Same thing, huh? There we go. Right. What'd I say? What was that? Go back. Back it up, Terry Lynn. Back it up. What's this one right here? 1 year ago. 4 words. Hoaxers use. Look who it is. Candace and Don. Oh, wow. Page full of kids. Huh. What do you know? Damn. Deceptive. Go way back. Cash Cow 1. Well, I guess cash cow 1, cash cow 2, cash cow 3, 4. What do we got? Where's I don't see Quentin Simon in here. 5, 6. We got Sebastian. Now we got these ones. That's right there. That's how it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got another one back over here. 6. You got 6 of them right here. Six little cash cows right here. That's what these are to these tragedy pimping motherfuckers. 19 fucking videos in 3 goddamn days. That's fucking insane to me. That is fucking insane to me. So many red flags. This update changes everything. Let's see what this update is.
If you have anything, come out as fast as possible and get it to any detachment or any police service that you have available to get to talk to. And Jack just absolutely loves bugs, dinosaurs, anything like that. But Lily loves girly things, but she also loves doing everything with Jack, bugs. They're like best friends, not just brother and sister.
That's Daniel Martell, and I think he knows what happened to his missing stepchildren. And it's not just because he's already talking about one of them in the past tense. So in today's video, let's watch his interview with the Canadian press and count the red flags. I'm Deception Detective, an attorney trained in statement analysis. This channel exposes lies and manipulation. So if that's your thing, hit subscribe. For early access, exclusives, and other cool perks, consider becoming a channel member. Link in description. If you're not familiar with this case, don't worry, it's brand new, but it is developing quickly. So before we grab our deception decks and start analyzing Daniel, here's a quick recap.
6-year-old Lily Sullivan and her brother, 4-year-old Jack Sullivan, are still missing in this rural area of northeastern Nova Scotia. The RCMP is the lead agency here, along with EHS, hundreds of search and rescue crews from Halifax to Cape Breton. During the daytime, there are anywhere from 100 to 140 search and rescue crews in the woods. A spokesperson for the Chignecto Central Regional Center for Education tells us the 2 children were students at Salt Springs Elementary School. Their stepdad told us they'd both been out sick all week before disappearing on Friday. The school has additional support staff on site at Salt Springs if anyone needs that support. Meanwhile, the search will continue into the night here in the Lansdowne area of Pictou County for young Jack and Lily Sullivan.
Those are the cliff notes, and as you can already see, the red flags are flying. We have 2 preschoolers reported missing from their home in rural Canada on Friday, but they haven't been to school for the entire week. We have a non-biological male, Daniel, in the house with small children, which is heavily correlated with child abuse. And we have a mother who didn't exactly give me the warm and fuzzies when I analyzed her in my last video. I won't rehash my analysis of her. I'll link that video at the end. But here's a quick clip just so you can get a gist of it before we get to Daniel.
And I want them home. What happened was we woke up, I heard them playing in the next room beside us, and I was drifting in and out of sleep. And they're not the type of kids that we tell them not to go outside on their own. We always make sure that we're out there with them, watching them. And they happen to just get out that sliding door, and we can't hear it when it opens. And they were outside playing, but we weren't aware of it at the time. And the next thing we knew, it was quiet. And we get up, and I tell him, my partner, Daniel, I tell him, do you hear the kids? And he says, no. And we get up instantly. We're looking outside. We're looking everywhere, yelling for them. And I instantly just call 911. I just had the instinct I needed to call.
I can see why so many of my subscribers commented for me to analyze this case, because we're about to have a royal flush of deception deck cards here. But beyond the red flags in the deception deck, I don't like some of the other things she's doing here. For instance, she's setting up her and her boyfriend's alibi by telling us that they must have been sleeping at the time. But if she was sleeping, how could she possibly know that he was also sleeping? Couldn't he have been awake and done something to them while she was passed out? She never...
Yeah,
Notice how he says while she was passed out. She said she was drifting in and out of sleep, but he calls that being passed out. Y'all notice how he throws that in there?
Well, and a lot of moms will catnap. They will close their eyes like they're sleeping or halfway asleep, but they're halfway awake too. And like she said, we couldn't hear the sliding glass door.
Yeah.
Which I don't know why the fuck they didn't have a lock something on it if they couldn't hear it. But then again, you have grandma and grandma, you know, the mom or the boyfriend's mom who lives out back in the camper, kind of like Candace and Dawn. It reminds me of them so much with the grandma living in the back camper. You know what I mean?
Why couldn't Grandma be dozing off? Why does
Well,
Grandma have
I
to be
think Grandma's the
responsible
one who
for?
seen him come out the damn door, and that's how they knew that they went out the door. Because she said they found out afterwards.
Oh.
So what I'm thinking is they were drifting, and she might have been drifting in and out of sleep. And kids are quick as fuck. Say they're not, and I'm gonna call you a liar. They're quick as hell.
Shoot. They're fast, they're sneaky, and they can be
But
quiet when they need to
I
be.
know people are side-eyeing the fuck out of his brother that lives back in that camper.
I hadn't heard too much about him, but like I said, I just caught bits and pieces because I was busy last week.
I don't know. I guess there was an interview with the bus driver. There was an interview with the neighbor. We're gonna watch them all.
Yeah, and he said that this deck dealer over here says that they weren't at school all
Deck
week.
dealer,
Well, that's not
I'm
true. The deck peddler over here, says that they weren't at school all week, but they were, because the bus driver came out and said he dropped them off Tuesday, and that their little names are on the seats. They have assigned seating on that bus. It's not like,
Right. Miss
Well,
Katie
that's a
K
deck.
dropping 20 of them on us. Thank you, Miss Katie K. I appreciate you. And you know what? I don't really know how to feel about this case either. I just don't like the way that people are so quick to blame the fucking parents when there's neighbors, there's people that, brother-in-laws, and there's other folks around. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is it always got to be directly the fucking parents? You know what I mean?
And
There's
who's
neighbors,
to
there's
say
fucking
they
freaks
didn't?
like that Athena where her and her mom got into a fight.
Yes.
Next thing you know, she goes outside and is picked up and abducted and harmed
In the
by
blink of an eye.
a fucking piece of shit Amazon guy or whatever.
Right. And that's what blows me away. It's like, who's to say they went in the woods? Who's to say they didn't walk down the driveway and somebody just like the FedEx guy with
Yeah.
Athena couldn't have picked them up? That is a very
Well, and you know what's scary is the mom said they've never met a stranger. They don't know stranger danger. I don't know. Maybe the mom did it. Maybe the dad did. I don't know. I have no idea. I can't say one way or another. What I can say, though, is people are quick as fuck to go directly to the parents and go right into blaming them right off the fucking jump, just like they did with every set of parents. This is what Betty does every fucking case, every fucking time. How many parents have we had to fucking defend from being attacked on the fucking internet nonstop, day after fucking day? Yeah. Fuck, we're a fucking year and a half in, and Chris and Katie still get goddamn death threats and fucked up phone calls and shit talking, and people watching their every fucking move. Like I said, this case they can't do that though. They're gonna have
it really wasn't that long ago that JLR knocked on the hotel door, and Candace answered it. It wasn't that long ago. It wasn't 3 years ago, going on 4.
What?
That JLR went to Don and Candace's hotel when they were working out of state.
Yeah, he followed them to the
on her
hotel and
door.
knocked on their fucking door. Had it on his channel. Yeah.
It wasn't 4 years, almost 4 years ago. You know what I mean?
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Never seems to consider that as an option at all. And this lack of curiosity or suspicion about a non-biologically related father in the household with her children could be explained a lot of ways, but one of those ways could be that she actually knows what happened, so she's not curious about what he may have done. Obviously, there's a lot more to that video, and I'll link it at the end, as I said, so you can watch it next. But for our purposes right now, that's the important part, that she didn't suspect him, even though they were both sleeping. And as we listen to him right now, we'll consider it equally suspicious if he's not at least a little bit curious about her. All right, without further ado, let's listen.
I know they took their boots. That's pink boots for Lily, blue boots for Jack, with dinosaurs on them. Lily had her backpack with white, and it was white, strawberries on it. I imagine now if they're in the woods, that'd be probably brown, but I don't see them carrying their backpack. I don't see them keeping a pull-up on for that long after it got soaked from the very first day. We only found the 2 boot tracks outside of the house.
Whereabouts?
Right beside the house, probably 10 feet away from the backyard.
In the backyard, okay.
Nothing new, other than the helicopters are still in the air, and they had dogs. They took around the dogs today, and as of last night, they had 8 more drones going out from infrared. I urge the public to come out if you have anything. Come out as fast as possible and get it to any detachment or any police service that you have available to get to talk to.
We've analyzed dozens of interviews of parents of missing children. And over the course of making those videos, I've recognized that innocent parents tend to do 7 things when they have the opportunity to get on TV or talk to an audience. I call it my missing child presser interview checklist, and I haven't had to update it ever since I made it almost 2 years ago. And that's because it's based on human nature, not the latest best practices in policing or, advocacy groups for parents of missing children. For instance, parents of missing children, if they're innocent, if they actually have no idea what happened to their kid, talk about their kid in the present tense. And that's because it's very hard to accept the death of a loved one unless you have proof of it. Secondly, we can expect them to be cooperative. So if the police or the media are asking them questions, they answer fully and candidly, whereas guilty parents typically choose their words more carefully, and they're usually more vague and reticent. Third, innocent parents are inconclusive about what happened if there's no evidence to suggest one scenario over another. In this case, if they actually found 2 boot tracks showing the kids walked into the woods, there's no way to say for sure that they must have been kidnapped or that an animal dragged them off or any other scenario. They should be considering all possibilities. And that brings me to the 4th item on the checklist. If all possibilities are open, a kidnapping is also open. So typically, innocent parents look into camera and beg any kidnappers or anyone who might have their kid to please return them. Similarly, if the kid is old enough to watch TV themselves or Google themselves on a computer, they might look into camera and address the kid directly as well. Jack and Lily, being 4 and 6 years old, are probably too young for that, so I wouldn't expect Daniel to do that. Finally, we can expect innocent parents of missing children to directly ask the audience watching on TV for help, because that's the only point of doing the interview, to get help, to get information out there. If they do anything other than that, like try to push a narrative or try to construct their own alibi, we need to be suspect about that. And finally, there's a call to action, whether it's call 911 or some special tip line number that they've set up with the FBI, or in this case, whatever the Canadian equivalent is. And based on this short clip of him, he's already doing better than the kid's biological mother. He's asked for help. He's inconclusive about what happened, even though he seems to have some reason to heavily suspect that they are in the woods. That said, he's not out of the woods yet, because he hasn't addressed any potential kidnappers. And as I showed in the intro, he spoke about one of the kids in the past tense. That's coming up along with some other red flags. So let's keep listening.
I urge the public to come out as
if you have anything, come out as fast as possible and get it to any detachment or any police service that you have available to get to talk to. And Jack just absolutely loves bugs, dinosaurs, anything like that. But Lily loves girly things, but she also loves doing everything with Jack. Bugs, they're like best friends, not just brother and sister.
Lily loved. That's past tense about a kid who's only been missing for 4 days at the time of this interview. And this is such a reliable indicator of guilty knowledge that it's actually taught to police, and it's a card in the deception deck. My 52 favorite rules for spotting lies and manipulation. The card's on your screen now, but you probably already knew this rule of statement analysis and the famous example of Susan Smith. It's almost a meme at this point because it's so reliable. So does this mean that Daniel killed Lily, or that he knows she's dead for a fact? Of course not, but it's one red flag among many red flags that we've seen in these 2 parents. And as I said at the end of my last video, my theory right now is that the kids wandered off because the parents were getting high or getting drunk or just being generally neglectful. So when they lie to us now about what happened, it's because they have attendant guilt, not necessarily that they committed some sort of first-degree murder. Although, to be fair, when I said that in that last video, I didn't know that the kids have been missing from school for an entire week. And I'm still holding out hope for the best, but this is reminding me a lot of the Summer Wells case, which I'll link on the end card so you can see for yourself why. If you want to continue this series, let me know by liking, commenting, and sharing. Until next time, stay true.
Ugh. Ugh. I'm sorry. One use of the word loved, but then he doesn't talk about the next sentence. He says they're best friends. They're more than brother and sister. They're best friends, present tense. I'm sure he's not tired or stressed out or hungry or, anything. I'm sure he's just not stressed at all. It just kills me. One word. Maybe he didn't have your shitty deck of cards.
I thought he was
God
against
almighty.
manipulation. I mean, that was nothing but manipulation.
And then he talks about the mother. Let's talk about you saying them when the mother says that she was drifting in and out of sleep, and you called it passed out. You want to talk about that? The difference between dozing and passing out? And then you got to throw in the drug use and everything. Get the fuck out of here. I cannot. I just cannot. 7 things that, good God. I'm going to make my own damn cards. How to spot a tragedy pimp. Ugh. And I'm not saying that we don't know. We don't know if they're guilty. We don't know if they're not. But and it's like he said, parents are open to possibilities. Well, why don't you go ask Sean then? Because he didn't read that little bulletin on that 7-point deal. Because I've only heard one thing. Guilt. Guilt of Chris, guilt of Katie. Guilt of Katie, guilt of Chris. That's it. Hell no, I don't buy them damn cards. I'm going to make my own damn cards. Vulture cards. Shit. Let me get out my crayons. Sorry.
You just make a list of what you want on them. We'll work them right out.
But I mean, it's like, he said loved. Well, you know what? I'm sorry.
You could use past tense in the case of not being in the present right there.
Yeah. I mean, but then in the next breath, he says, they're more than brother and sister. They're best friends. That's present tense. But you skip that. You skip that. You don't even say dick about that. That's what kills me, man.
He's cherry picking for his own.
There's such thing as real estate attorneys too. I'm just saying,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know. It just drives me nuts. And it's like, I wonder how they would feel if the same thing was done. Anybody, any one of us in here could have a tragedy. It could be a second or third cousin or whatever. Anybody could have a tragedy here. And I just wonder how they would feel if all this fuck shit was being said about one of your family members. Doesn't have to be a kid. Other people go missing. Adults go missing every day. But they're not as, hot a topic. Ugh.
I agree. I agree with you.
It's just gross. Yeah, he does.
I did a poll. I want you guys to answer it honestly. Do you guys think the parents are guilty? And it's anonymous. So even if you do, only you and the poll will know. Nobody will know, if you know what I mean. So please answer honestly. Do you believe the parents are guilty? Just in the first 10 days or whatever, 11 days that we've known about this case, from what you've seen and what you've heard so far, do you believe the parents are guilty? I don't know. Should I add that?
You need to. I don't know, because I don't know. I can't say yes they are and no they're not. I don't know. There's things that make my eyebrows go what?
Right. This set. Well, yeah, but I'm saying it like as I want to do one for right now when it starts, and then towards the, you know what I'm saying. If this case goes on longer, I want to see where people, like how
it shifts.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Because we can always go back and check these stats later, or come back in the chat and check them later. You know what I mean? Or compare them to the next one that we do, or if there's one we do 3 months from now or something. If this case, hopefully it doesn't go on that long. But if it does,
right?
Like the tide changed a lot with Tony and Seth. Honestly, there was a lot of people who really believed in Tony and Seth at first, and then boom. Tide changed. You know what I mean? There was people who thought Chris and Katie were guilty. They couldn't see any other way around it. And here they are sitting with us a year later.
Well, look at Madeline Soto, right? Look at her case. When we first looked at the body cam and we saw her rocking back and forth, and we were like, she's wearing anything. And then look what all's come out. Yeah, at first I was like, I don't know if she knew. I don't know if she knew what was going on. But then as the facts came out from law enforcement, not bullshit YouTubers, but as as evidence was dropped, I think she should have charges, same, if not worse than his. So as more comes out, I think you get more information, you can make an informed, you know what I mean? But yeah, we could all change our minds.
Garrett, he said someone was talking about being triggered. Who triggered who? Deceptive detective triggers the fuck out of a lot of us, and he had a lot of other cases as well, not just this one. We've known him to pull fuck shit in other cases as well, so he triggers the fuck out of a lot of us in this chat. Only because we know his manipulative fucking tactics, and we know the shit he said about the parents in other cases, and so yeah, he triggers the fuck out of me too.
Yeah, and on
I
this
don't know how bad he triggers the chat, but he triggers the piss out of me.
Well, I
tell you
think
that right
I've
now.
made it pretty clear. Yeah, panel as well. But it's just that little bitty subtle stuff, like I'm talking about, that like he changes drifting in and out of sleep to passed out. That's so manipulative. I'm gonna make some manipulative cards. Sure am. Ro's bullshit cards. Sure am. I'm gonna make all the cards. Card peddler.
Yeah, Garrett, he very well could be, but I'm just saying he's done a lot of fuck shit, and he's one of in my opinion, I say he's a master manipulator when it comes to cases. Like,
once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Exactly, it's there. It's just.
They always got them cards holding up, and we'll get in our deck, and this is gonna be a royal flush. Get the fuck out of here.
I am just not okay with him doing this to another family and using his little card deck. I'm sorry, but he's speaking out of both sides of his mouth, in my opinion. He's saying he's not about manipulation and calling it out, whereas he's using manipulation by he's presenting these cases and making his deck relevant. Like, I have a problem with that.
I wonder if Betty's cards are worn out. You know she studies them damn things. You know she does. I bet she got them 7 points memorized, baby. She got them spread out on her bed. I got this one. Playing old maid with them. Yeah, exactly, Southern Mimi. Where the deception that get his analysis credentials from? Seems like everyone is so easily credentialed these days. Amen, girl. You got attorneys working at Chick-fil-A, and or not attorneys, but doctors, whatever. All the things. It's wild to me. Sweet one says, I wonder if he has a kick the cat card. Oh, shit. Y'all give me some ideas for these cards now. Yep. Yeah, where Betty got her journalism badge, her press badge. Shit.
Well, if Betty can make badges, we can make defective decks.
Yeah, it's like the TV evangelist sending prayer cloth for $100 donation, exactly. Or a bottle of water that's from some whatever. Okay. That means a sink somewhere.
And hold on, the bus driver bullshit's back on that goddamn Evil Exist fucking show. Bus driver shares more info. Lily and Jack Sullivan. Here we go.
The case of missing siblings, Jack and Lily Sullivan, has captured the attention of people around the globe. Many are invested in this case, praying and hoping that the children are found. From the beginning, stepfather and mother have been under intense scrutiny due to a number of red flags in their statements. We know that the children last attended school on Tuesday, the 29th March. They went to school and returned home on the school bus, and today we hear from that bus driver. He seems heartbroken at the news of their disappearance. This is bus driver Brian Ward, and he has to answer questions from the other children on the bus every afternoon about whether Jack and Lily have been found. Upon getting these questions, he responds to the children, saying not yet, but police are doing everything they can to find Jack and Lily. This picture broke my heart, as he pointed out their seats on the bus. Lily and Jack's seat in the front, to the right, has sat empty, with their names still taped above it, since April 29th, when Mr. Ward last dropped them off at the end of their dirt driveway after school. I'm devastated. I'm absolutely devastated, said Mr. Ward, whose children Nicholas Carr, who is 4 years old, and Troy Carr, who is 7 years old, are friends with Lily and Jack, and often sat with them on the bus ride home from school. He says he can't even sleep at night. Both kids attend Salt Springs Elementary, a small rural school about a 20-minute bus ride from their home that serves 86 children from communities across southern Pictou County. The school has been provided with psychologists, counselors, and other school board support staff to help staff members and students with questions and providing calm coping strategies during this difficult time.
And no, I cannot fucking stand this goddamn channel either, Pecan. I cannot stand this fucking channel either. But I knew they were asking for the bus driver thing, so I went ahead and pulled it up because it was already on her shit.
Mr. Ward is...
I see, like, this kind of stuff right here is like, it's like a catch-all porch. It looks like there's all kinds of shit on here, like a broken air conditioner, an air conditioner that's supposed to be working, which looks like it's coming from inside but not working possibly. This looks like a bag of cans. This looks like a bag of cans here. A grill on a plank, like a piece of wood. You know what I'm saying? This looks like what, a table here. And shit probably piled all around a laundry basket. A bunch of dumb shit. A broken basketball hoop over here to the right. Looks like a mattress. Looks like part of the trailer is coming off over here, which is sharp as fuck and could cut the shit out of them if they were out there fucking with it. It could easily be cleaned up. Absolutely, it could be.
Yeah. Haul that shit off. And like
But
I
that
said,
doesn't make them killers of their own children,
Exactly.
though, just because their
That's
fucking
what I
house
was
is
gonna say.
nasty or nasty
Just
outside. You
because
know, it
you're-
just doesn't.
It
It
just
doesn't
don't.
mean that they murdered their kids, you know what I'm saying, or the stepkids
Not
or
at all.
whatever. Just, I'm kind of curious why they didn't have a wooden thing and like a wooden piece to jam this fucking door or a lock on it if they were in bed and couldn't hear the kids. Then again, I mean, shit. One of my friends' little boy got out. They were half asleep. She got up and went back to sleep. She got up at 6:30, took her kid to school, went back home, and her youngest got up, stood on a chair, unlocked the door, took off, and tried walking down to grandma's house. He only got a half a block down, but it still don't fucking matter. He still got out and got half a block down.
Yeah.
He was only 4, you know, so they think they know shit.
Yep. My sister with special needs, when she was little, she unlocked her damn window, raised that bitch up, and got out.
She's like,
You
where
know?
do you fucking think you're going? He goes, to my grandma's. I fucking died. I wasn't trying to encourage her or nothing, but I just thought it was fucking funny that he thought he was going to, you know, walk his ass to grandma's house without saying a fucking word.
Well, they just don't think, you know.
Well, no, he was only 4. I mean, he ain't thinking about that kind of stuff, and he sure as hell
Yeah.
wasn't thinking about you know what I mean? Same thing. He didn't know stranger danger. He had never been taught that. He never went outside without his mom and dad. You know what I mean? Like,
yep.
I can think a reason that they didn't have a piece of wood there would be because they live so rural.
Right.
They wouldn't
And it's
figure
so out in the
anybody would
country.
come
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
I got a hot down, baby.
All
Thank
right.
you for letting me up, sugar.
Absolutely, love. And you know what? It's already 12 o'clock midnight. I probably should get my tail feather to bed anyways. I've been on here 2.5 hours, and I got to get up at 5:30.
Well, I didn't mean to have you sign off.
No, baby, you're fine. I'm going to finish this video out and then jump off here. I got to get up at 5:30. It's already 12 o'clock. That's only 5 hours
yeah,
of sleep.
that's right.
And I'm tired. I'm already tired. I didn't sleep good last night anyways.
Wow.
So, you know what I'm saying? I'm already tired as it is. You know, I mean, if I stay up till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, that's 3 hours of sleep. I'm tired.
Yep, I get it.
I can't keep up.
Right
I mean,
here
I'm having a
doing
hell
all...
of a time trying to keep up now as it is with you know what I mean? The end of school, you know, all the bullshit going on, dances and proms and bullshit. It's a lot. Fuck, I can't keep up.
I get it, baby. I get it. Popo's out tonight.
We got
so
all day
I've been-
tomorrow though to sit
I've
and
been
go
in the
over this
bushes.
stuff. We got all day, so I'll be on here in the morning. Once I drop them off, I'll get on here and we'll talk some shit in the morning.
All right. Y'all have a
Who
good
has
night.
found
Happy
the
Mother's
fruits?
Day to everybody, even though it's over now for Central Time Zone. But happy Mother's Day anyway. Celebrate yourself every day. Every day.
That's right. Mother's
All
Day
right.
don't define you as a mother.
That's right. Takes a village, baby. Takes a village. All right. Bye bye,
Mine was
y'all.
with Dad most of the day, so
Bye.
Bye bye.
we'll see you later, love. Good night. What is underpin? People keep talking about underpin. Anyone know? I have no idea what underpin means. No idea, baby. Here we go.
Being proactive in his search for Lily and Jack too. He headed out into the woods as soon as he heard the children were missing. He rode around on his ATV to search for them. He described the kids as full of life, always smiling and laughing. Lily would let out these high-pitched squeals, and she was a bit of a drama queen. He gave an example. If she had a sore foot, she'd say her foot was broken. Jack sometimes fell asleep on the way home from school, but more often than not he was chatty. He'd say, "Bus driver. Hey bus driver." If he was trying to talk to you and he couldn't get your attention, the little bugger would take his boot off, throw it at you. Jack is famous for throwing his boots at me. Sadly, after all these days, Lily and Jack are still missing, and while authorities have scaled back the search, I do think they are looking at things from a more investigative approach now, and suspecting foul play.
The underpinning is like the skirting of the trailer. Yeah, it's the skirting.
Hold on, they said underpinning. Hold on, underpinning is like what the trailer sets on, but is most likely up on Jack's, not on foundation anyway. So that, well, they said they went and looked underneath of there anyways. They said they were looking underneath the trailer. That the cops went back, or what is it, RCMP? Sorry.
Yeah.
Right. So they were okay. So the underpin, they went and took that off and looked underneath of it, didn't they, Bobby? Underpin is what they put at the bottom of the trailer. They said they went back and looked under that though. The boy would throw his shoe at the bus driver. I don't know.
That's what it said in that article.
Yeah, it sounds kind of odd. I mean, it just sounds kind of odd, don't it?
It did to
Taking
me
out their
too.
shoe and throwing it at the bus driver.
That would happen once.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's kind of odd, huh? He said Daniel search on his ATV. Others are saying in his car. Big disappointment when you are in the woods. Well, yeah, I was gonna say when you're in the woods like that, deep in the woods like that, a car ain't you ain't gonna see shit out of a car window.
Not at all.
Sorry, you're just not. You know.
No, not with the terrain like that.
Right, and it kind of makes me wonder how far did they really get with their little tiny short legs? You know what I'm saying? That how far did they get? If they were gone, 2 to 3 hours when the cops arrived, they wouldn't have gotten very far in 2 or 3 hours.
Well,
I mean, yeah, they would have gotten far, but not far enough that they wouldn't have been able to be found. You know what I mean?
And it's bothersome that they weren't at school since the 29th of April.
Yeah, because I mean, fuck, they could have went missing a week before this, and they wouldn't. You know what I mean? I guess you wouldn't know. I mean, I'm sure the cops know now from interrogating them and stuff, but still, I don't know. We'll talk in the morning time. We'll go over stuff. If you guys have any articles or any links you want me to go over or play tomorrow, shoot them over in the email, and I will play them tomorrow morning. We will go over it. We'll get back into it tomorrow and figure this out and go over some stuff.
I'm around all day.
All right, baby. I am too. I ain't got much going on at all tomorrow, so. And the chat's kind of split. Yes says, do you blame for our poll?
Yeah.
Do you think the parents are guilty? We had 43% that said yes, and then 53% that said no.
Wow, that's
well. Here we go. Yeah, no, 54. Do you believe the parents are guilty? No, 54%. Yes, 45%. So we're kind of hand in hand,
That's a closer margin than I thought it would be.
I mean, I guess, I don't know. It's kind of half and half. I feel like I feel like it's a lot of people look at them directly and they're like, yeah, you know what? They're guilty. I'm sorry, but they're guilty. You know? Look, I'm not going to say I haven't done that too before. I'm like, oh, fuck. But you know what? I quickly learned to not do that.
Yeah, can't do the judge a book by its
And I'm
cover
not
thing.
saying it may, you know, it very well may be one of the parents. I don't know. I can't say this, you know, this soon into it. I really don't know. But in my heart of hearts, I believe the police have done their job interviewing and interrogate them, and I believe they have integrity. I don't think they're going to just lie to us and lie and say it's, you know what I mean? That I don't know. I would hope they would question them and make sure that, I don't know, keep an open mind. That's all right. That's right. Keep an open mind. It's definitely hard. If you guys have any new information, let me know. I think the mother is talking. I think so too. I think the dad is too. They were both being cooperative with the police, right?
It seems that way.
That's from my understanding they were. Katie K said I'm 50-50 for sure. Yeah, absolutely. I will go in this with new eyes and an open mind. Yep, that's kind of what you have to do, really. I mean, sit back and kind of see, but you can already see people are starting to run a narrative. You know what I mean? They, even if it's just little things they're dropping in there, like the picture of Katie saying that the mom's just like her, and you know, making references like that. It's really fucking sad, to be honest. But what can you do when people are doing it for money and numbers? I mean, it's kind of hard to.
Yeah,
you know,
that's the bad part.
All right, I appreciate you hanging out. Thank you for coming
You're
up.
welcome. I'll see you later. Bye.
Absolutely, love. Thank you. And I will catch you guys on the flip side. I appreciate y'all hanging out. Thank you guys for being here. We kind of just chit-chatted. It wasn't really nothing, you know, nothing too major. So I appreciate you guys hanging out. I will be live in the morning, and we will be going over this. So I will catch y'all on the flip side. I hope you guys have a good night and a happy Mother's Day. To those of y'all who celebrate, hope you had a great day. To those of you guys who don't, I still hope you had a great day. Anyhow, I'll catch y'all on the flip side. QB out.